News at 6 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. The fighting rages a third day in the Middle East. I'm Dave Anthony. Air raid sirens keep going off in Israel as Iran keeps fighting back.
We got that early alert coming across phones about 10 minutes ago. These sirens indicate that the missiles are inbound at this moment, sending the population here, around 300,000 people just in Tel Aviv alone, into bomb shelters.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst. At least 9 people are dead in Israel from Iran's missile counterattacks. Hezbollah's also fired rockets across the border from Lebanon. Israeli forces spokesman Nadav Shoshani says,
"We were ready for this. As part of the preparations for our operation in Iran, the IDF prepared for an attack from Hezbollah, allowing us to carry out a swift response."
And 30 Hezbollah militants have been killed, prompting Lebanon's government to hold an emergency meeting. Israeli and American forces also keep bombing Iran, targeting nuclear facilities and military and missile sites.
That ring of fire seen in the skies over Kuwait when a U.S. Air Force F-15 Strike Eagle was shot down from what appeared to be a case of friendly fire. The Kuwaiti Defense Ministry says multiple U.S. aircraft were shot down. There are no reports of casualties at this time. Both the pilot and weapons systems officer, the backseater, in one of the jets appeared in a cell phone video after parachuting to the ground.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in Istanbul, Turkey. 3 American service members have been killed, 5 wounded.
We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen.
President Trump says in that video on Truth Social there may be more American casualties in a campaign that could last weeks in Iran.
We have very strong objectives.
The president's also calling on Iranians to take over the government. The U.S. and Israeli strikes killed the supreme leader. Iran says today at least 555 deaths. While the conflict strands a lot of travelers, flights canceled across the region, more than 1,000 grounded to and from Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Oil prices surging, stock futures falling. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A messy start to your Monday morning commute. It is 26 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 43. We are under a winter weather advisory until 9 o'clock this morning. And good morning. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02.
We're starting to see some snow accumulate on roadways, especially northwest and north of Indianapolis, on the Crawfordsville, Lebanon, Zionsville areas. And so with that accumulation, there's going to be slick spots on roadways, especially on any elevated surfaces, so things like bridges, overpasses.
Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis, talking about the different types of precipitation that you may be encountering this morning.
We're seeing some freezing rain along with sleet, so there might be a light glaze of ice on those areas. So it's really a mixed bag this morning, but all of that can still cause some slick roads. So if you're out in the morning rush hour, just make sure you take extra time and leave extra space between you and cars around.
And he says the snow and freezing rain will move out of the state over the next couple of hours, and Matt Baer will have much more on your road conditions coming up in a couple of minutes from the 93 WIBC Traffic Center. Early this morning, a woman was killed in a shooting on the near southwest side of the city.
If the public has any information regarding this incident, neighbors or citizens who have surveillance footage or have any knowledge about individuals involved are strongly encouraged to come forward.
Officers say they went to a neighborhood not far from North Belmont and West Washington Street to find a woman in a home with gunshots. She was taken to the hospital, and that's where she died. Some people in Indianapolis support the latest military strikes in Iran. Here's Jake McDaniel.
While people protested about it in downtown Indy on Saturday, veterans like Mark Oakley, who supports the strikes on Iran, faced off with the crowd.
Freedom for the Iranian people. Freedom for everybody. But this is not it. When you're debating innocent people getting killed, you are debating the wrong.
Oakley says he's lost friends to Iranian forces. These strikes happened after weeks of tensions, with Trump warning he'd attack Iran if nuclear negotiations fell through.
The wife of Indiana 4th District Congressman Jim Baird has died on the college basketball hardwood. Ohio State upset number 8 Purdue 82-74, and Indiana has lost 4 straight, including yesterday's defeat against number 13 Michigan State 77-64. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together next on a snowy Monday morning at 6:04.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling will pay you cash for your scrap metal. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling may seem familiar to you, and that's because they are. They're trusted local family-owned businesses going back 3 generations in Indy with their familiar orange logo and a name you know. But you may not know they'll pay you cash for your scrap metal. Cash is king. Your scrap aluminum, steel, copper, and brass will get you cash from Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Just drop it off and you'll put cash in your pocket. Ray's Demolition and Farnsworth Metal Recycling. Local names you can trust with 2 locations.
Farnsworth Metal Recycling, a familiar face in Indy.
Get cash for your scrap. Get started at farnsworthmetals.com.
Man, are we hitting. Looking at southbound 465 on the northeast side. This is a crash blocking 2 right lanes and traffic is stopped back to Benford Boulevard, I-69. This backs up inbound 69 coming down from 96th Street. Pike Township northwest side. Northbound 65 stopped after 71st 286. Those southbound lanes also jammed beginning at 86th Street. Had a lot of slowdown on the interstates because of the snow right now. You can see some lane lines, but it is a mess. And the side streets are even worse. Northbound 465 on the west side, crash after Sam Jones blocking the right lane. Coming out of downtown, westbound 70 after West Street. That's a crash in the left lane. South side, northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue. 2 left lanes are blocked and traffic is stopped. Back to 465. Traffic sponsored by Odoo. All your business apps in one place. Running a business is hard enough. Odoo makes it easier with one simple all-in-one platform. Start today at odoo.com, odoo.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. Like the Spanish Inquisition, nobody expected this. I got producer Carl almost sliding off roadways. This is a nutty amount of snow. What's going on?
So we got, it's heavy snow overcoming a warm ground. And so these heavier bursts, very much like Thursday last week, except for we're moving this accumulation north. And so it's including the metro area. Now, it's not going to be an all morning long thing. In fact, once this lightens up within the next couple of hours, the roads are going to drastically improve. It's going to melt very quickly, but it is going to be an issue, unfortunately, for this morning's drive. 41 will be your high. The afternoon is actually going to be dry, and again, we'll have most of the snow starting to melt off. If not by this afternoon, by later on tonight. We're cloudy. Chances for rain showers overnight, a low of 37. The rest of the week, extremely mild and extremely wet. Tuesday showers likely, a high of 55. Wednesday showers, maybe a thunderstorm, 62. Thursday, showers and storms likely with highs into the mid-60s.
That's Marcus Bailey right there. Wish TV. Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate that. 27 degrees right now in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:08. We've got much more from Matt Bear coming up. These roads are not easy at all. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. No, this is much more than we were expecting. Of course, the big story is what's going on in the Middle East, what's going on with the hit on Iran. Iran has responded. We do know that 3 service members from the United States were killed. We do know that an F-35 went down outside the embassy in Kuwait. The pilots were able to eject. It is a fight. And I would say that anybody who made the assumption that we were going to just roll over them like we were able to take out Maduro, nothing is easy. But we will get into the what's happening and the why it's happening. Let me at least start with a baseline. I absolutely support the ending of the Iranian regime as better for the United States. I can make that case morning, noon, and night. The people who are trying to make the constitutional case that the president has violated the law don't have it. The War Powers Act absolutely gives them this authority, and we will break that down. The people who want to make the claim that Iran never did anything to us, so what's the issue? All I have to do is go back to the hostages of 1979. All I have to do is go back to the Marines who were murdered in 1983 in Beirut. We have the argument and the idea that Iran is just some kind of peaceful nation and we're the warmongers is nonsense. And this really brings us into what exactly have we allowed to be taught to people over the last 40 some odd years through these places of higher education, allegedly. The Ivy League set will get you killed because they have no fight in them whatsoever. They want to lose. And as for the communists, well, we'll get into Jesse Brown and Bernie Sanders and the rest. It's not even an argument. It's laughable. It's embarrassing. There is a time to take out those who have been doing you harm. There is a moment for saying no more. What you are seeing in social media feeds and a host of other places is nothing more than support of the enemies of humanity. And when you realize that those enemies live next door, you realize what we've done to ourselves. My take is it's not insurmountable. It can be fixed. But as we've been saying from the beginning, the only way out is through. Part of our problem, guys, is that we are not surprised by some of the reactions. We are not stunned. We talk about it daily. And we know what the answer is. Do not stop, do not rest, do not quit. You got to learn how to fight. And you got to go directly at it. Luckily, we can do it with a smile on our face, but still willing to fight. I have got the full story about what's going on in Iran, what's going on in the Middle East, what's happening right here in the United States with it. We're keeping our eyes on the weather. Matt is going to have traffic and get you to work safely. But yeah, this is more snow than I think anybody was thinking. And it's going to end in a couple hours. But until then, we've got ourselves a rough commute. We'll have it all for you. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick, Indiana's growing radiopharmaceutical industry at 632. Don't miss IBJ's Technology Power Breakfast with keynote speaker, Purdue President Mung Chiang. RSVP at ibj.com/events.
Xfinity Tech Support, Matthew speaking.
Hi, I live in a pretty remote place, like Jurassic Park remote. No!
Wow.
Will Xfinity Mobile work out here?
Yep, the combination of reliable Wi-Fi and 5G makes it so that you can stay connected in all kinds of places. Plus, you get access to ultra-fast speeds and coverage, whether you're poolside or out live streaming with a T-Rex.
Hold still, you're about to go viral.
Welcome to a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Discover a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This month, get 0 Resified from Indy's #1 carpet cleaner. Buy 1 room of carpet cleaning, get 1 free. Unlimited rooms. Yep, unlimited. Living rooms, bedrooms, basements. Buy 1, get 1 free throughout your home. Winter left behind salt and slush, dust and allergens. The heroes at 0 Res remove that buildup so your home feels fresh again. without any soap residue or harsh chemicals. So beat the spring rush. Call 317-388-5141. Visit ZeroResIndy.com and you ask for the WIBC special.
Want to start testosterone therapy? Go to Low T Center, the area's #1 TRT clinic for effective custom testosterone covered by insurance.
This month, get a free T-test. Visit lowtcenter.com and book right now.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Baer is in the WIBC Traffic Center. He's tracking this storm and what it's doing to the roads. What's the latest, Matt?
All right, we're crashing all over the place right now, looking to westbound 70 coming out of downtown towards the airport. This is a crash after West Street blocking the left lane. South side, construction zone, northbound 65 after Keystone Avenue. Crash blocking 2 left lanes. We're stopped to 465. West side crash, northbound 465 between Sam Jones and Washington Street. The right lane is blocked and a little bit of a slowdown going through there. Northeast side southbound 465 at East 71st. Crash blocking 2 right lanes, stopping traffic back to I-69. This also backs up inbound 69 from 96th Street to 465. Pike Township northwest side, northbound 65 stops at West 71st to West 86th Street. Nothing on camera there at the moment, but you can expect a crash. Traffic sponsored by Staples. From posters to presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop in store now, or you can shop online. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun, brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Brent crude right now at $78.26 a barrel. The West Texas crude at $71.87. That is not surprising. OPEC has said they will increase production. We understand that there's a realignment in the Middle East. And that realignment didn't start with the hammering that took place against Iran by the United States and Israel on Saturday. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. There were negotiations, we were told. We asked the question, what does negotiation even mean? Negotiations with Iran to have a nuclear deal. Well, if they're going to be allowed a nuclear deal, does that mean the Ayatollah gets to stay in power? How does this comport with the president telling protesters help is on its way? No one in Iran wants to live under the Ayatollah, under the mullahs, the hardliners, the clerics. They want to be free people. Only American liberals want them to suffer. Well, that's not our problem. But the terrorism is our problem, and the support of terrorism is our problem, and the support of terrorism led to killed Americans on October 7th, 2023, yet American liberals, they don't seem to care, or others who want to scream, what about no more forever wars? Why are you okay with sending other people's children to war? We're going to get to all of that. Let's start where we start. 1:27 a.m. Eastern Time. Bombs start dropping in Tehran. Anything that was a discussion about a negotiation did not go anywhere. There'll be people who tell you that some levels of deals were made, stronger than whatever Barack Obama had with the Iranian nuclear deal, which was never a deal and allowed them to pursue a nuclear weapon. Everyone who tells you otherwise is lying. People like Ben Rhodes are liars. We know this to be fact. We have seen it all play out. We don't have to kid ourselves that everything Obama put into place was not helpful to the United States in the slightest. The bombing starts. They lose internet by 3 a.m. The statement from the president comes out somewhere between 4 and 6 o'clock in the morning. The statement that we have started this bombing, we have started this attack, and Iran can never, ever, ever have a nuclear weapon. That the U.S. is going to be undertaking this hit, and to the people of Iran themselves.
Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the time to seize control of your destiny and to unleash the prosperous and glorious future that is close within your reach. This is the moment for action. Do not let it pass. May God bless the brave men and women of America's armed forces. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless you all.
Now, it's a very interesting take, or statement from the president, I should say, not a take, because there is no doubt that this was a full-on regime change war. That's something we talk about, where we don't want that. We're not interested in regime change. We don't do these things. That's exactly what this is. And we need to be honest with ourselves, honest with each other, and not pretend it's something that it isn't. This is about ending the Ayatollah. This is about ending the regime. The Ayatollah Khomeini is dead. That news was told to us Saturday afternoon, that the Ayatollah Khomeini was dead. But don't worry, they have got a replacement leader, and now that guy is dead too. I kid you not. The reports from Israeli media is that the Ayatollah Aref, I believe I'm pronouncing it right, was killed after new strikes. The reporting was that in the first 60 seconds of this conflict, the Israeli military took out the vast majority of the Iranian leadership. There is no hiding. The capabilities of the Israelis, and certainly of the United States, is greater than that of the vast majority of the globe. Maybe we have to ask ourselves what China is capable of. Maybe. They knew where they were. They took them out. That's what happened. There will be no crying for these people. You will have heard about, my gosh, the Israelis targeted a girls' school and look at all the dead children. First, the Iranians have a girls' school. Secondly, it was an Iranian missile that misfired and fell on the school. The school was near, as reported, some military areas, but it was the Iranian missile that hit the school. What you will see from the leftists, who can't stop lying because that's all they know how to do, is Israel killed children. It's the same old playbook, and you have to decide whether or not you are going to buy into it. If the Israelis hit a school, they would tell you they hit a school. If you want to buy into the lies, I can't stop anybody from doing so. But I sure as hell don't have to listen to them. We then engaged a second wave yesterday. We have 3 members of the U.S. military that were killed in this first wave of attack. No one wants it. Of course, no one wants it. We should also be clear that the president has stated, yes, that is going to happen. and we are going to keep going forward.
Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen.
It is a war. It is a fight. It is a fight worth winning. And we should be clear that what we are talking about is a complete and total rethink, I should state, of the Middle East. And it's not just because we want it. It's because they want it. Oh, you mean Israel? Oh, no. No. This is way bigger than that. A thought today for those killed, those American service members who lost their lives. No, none of it's in vain. Every opportunity for a better tomorrow, and we will discuss it coming up. Right now, Matt Bear has traffic, the snow, what's going on the roadways. What's the latest, Matt?
We are looking at the South Side crash, construction zone. It's snowing. This is between South Keystone Avenue and Raymond Street, okay? 2 left lanes are blocked. That means both travel lanes currently closed, and traffic just trickling by right now. And this is going to be a tough cleanup because, you know, this is the very narrow construction zone on the south side, so we're stopped back to 465. Still on the south side, northbound 65 just hit the skids. Epler Avenue up to 465. That's not moving. West side crash, northbound 465 after Sam Jones Expressway. Right lane is closed. Northeast side, southbound 465 at East 71st, crash blocking the right lane, slowing us to I-465, slowing us even more, in fact. And now inbound 69 also jammed up because of that crash, 96 to 465. On the far east side, it's eastbound 70 at German Church Road. That's a crash blocking the right lane and slowing traffic even further back to Mithofer Road. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's producer Allison with the Hammer and Nigel Show. We have the top stories from over the weekend, plus Guy Relford is joining us for Monday Gun Day. Fun starts at 3 o'clock here on 93 WIBC.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today. Today.
Groceries, gas, just about everything you can buy comes with a tax on it. No matter what, the government's always there to take their cut of your cash. Your money belongs to you. That's why Congressman Jim Baird joined with President Donald Trump to pass historic legislation to ensure you keep more of your hard-earned cash. According to the White House, Congressman Baird's vote means Americans will receive a tax cut, saving over $10,000 every year. They'll get no taxes on tips for workers, and families will receive permanent increases to child tax credits and expanded child care access. That means bigger paychecks, a stronger economy, and more prosperity across our nation. To learn more about how President Trump and Congressman Jim Baird are saving American families money and putting money in your wallet, call Congressman Baird's office at 317-563-5567 or visit baird.house.gov.
paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
BMW, Mercedes-Benz, VW, Audi, Mini, Porsche. Names that mean quality, performance,
and usually a dreadful service experience. You know you can't take your car just anywhere, but you may not know you can get the same quality service and parts without going to a dealership.
Enter Auto House Merkel.
Everything from routine service to performance tuning is handled with care by technicians who specialize in German vehicles, using only OEM parts or equivalent.
At a lower cost and less hassle than the dealership.
Book service now at AutohouseMerkel.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Snow and freezing rain. It is 26 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 43. We are under a winter weather advisory in effect until 9 a.m. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. Depending on where you are this morning, you might see one or the other, but it won't last long. Forecaster Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis.
Yeah, we're looking at snow continuing into the morning hours. Depending on where you're at in the state, it'll end at different times, but generally exiting between 7 and 10 o'clock.
Updike says state roads are starting to become snow-covered and bridges are freezing faster, so take your time and leave plenty of space between your car and the one ahead. Schools are reporting delays this morning across central Indiana, including areas in Bartholomew, Brown, Boone, Decatur, Fountain, Hancock, Hamilton, Hendricks, Johnson, Lawrence, and parts of Marion County. An apparent Iranian attack at the U.S. Embassy.
Fire and smoke has been seen rising from inside the U.S. Embassy compound in Kuwait. This not long after a warning to Americans there to take cover or stay away from the facility. The Kuwaiti government also announced that several U.S. warplanes have crashed in the country. It hasn't said why or how many planes were involved, but all the pilots are said to have bailed and are in a stable condition in the hospital. In Iraq, a pro-Iranian militia says it used a drone to target U.S. troops at Baghdad airport, a day after firing at an American military base in the country's north.
Fox's Jonathan Savage in London this morning. President Trump gave an update Sunday on Operation Epic Fury hours after the U.S. and Israel carried out joint strikes on Iran that resulted in the death of Iran's supreme leader.
Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building.
And Trump also said that combat operations will continue this time at full force. Denise Baird, the wife of Republican Representative Jim Baird, has died from complications related to injuries that she suffered in a car crash on January 5th. Both Jim and Denise were hospitalized at the time. Few details about the accident have been shared. Their son, Bo, said in a mid-January social media post that the crash was a hit and run and that his mother had nearly 15 broken bones. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes on a Monday morning at 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. It is a $6 billion industry expected to triple in the next 10 years, and Indiana's position as a leader in radiopharmaceuticals continues to grow. Indianapolis-based Spectron RX has installed its 12th cyclotron near Grissom Air Reserve Base in Bunker Hill to meet skyrocketing demand for its cancer-fighting products. Spectron CEO John Zahner.
We can either use it locally here in Indiana, even in our Bunker Hill facility, or we ship it around the world. So we ship to Australia, China, this material all the time. This is something that truly could change the world, and I think is definitely changing people's lives and their families' lives on a daily basis.
In Muncie, the Ball State University Board of Trustees has approved plans and budgeting for Village Green, the latest component of the university's multi-million-dollar village revitalization plan. That $5.4 million plan includes a signature gateway featuring public art, enhanced lighting, and a more pedestrian-friendly corridor to link the village to campus. The Landmark Village project includes a performing arts center and a Center for Innovation and Collaboration, and a hotel, all expected to open in the fall. The University of Evansville has closed on a 7-year fundraising campaign after raising more than $130 million, exceeding its original goal. It's the university's first institution-wide campaign since 2010, and the largest fundraising campaign completed in Evansville and Southwest Indiana. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress.
From the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, investing connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
Evansville-based sporting goods and recreational equipment manufacturer Escalade is reporting full-year net income of $13.7 million in 2025. That is up slightly from $13 million the previous year. Interim CEO Patrick Griffin says performance was driven by cost structure improvements made over the last year, as well as resilient demand for the company's premium brands. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, Southside crash in this construction zone. It's northbound 65 after Keystone Avenue. Both of the travel lanes are blocked, but we're just kind of squeaking by right now on the far right. And this backs us up almost to 465. That's a construction zone. It's snowing. We have a lot of snow on the interstates right now. Tough to see the lane lines even worse in the city. So you're going to have to leave yourself a lot of time this morning before you head out and go to work. Southside northbound 69 stopped before Harding up to 465. By the airport, eastbound 70 stopped from State Road 267 about halfway to Ronald Reagan Parkway. And then on the west side, it is a crash, and it's running on northbound 465 just after Sam Jones Expressway, blocking the right lane. We are also stop-and-go traffic past Rockville Road. On the far east side, crash eastbound 70 at German Church Road. This blocks the right lane and further slowing traffic back to Mithofer Road. Greenfield ramp closed. This is westbound 70 coming off State Road 9. The entrance ramp shut down because of a crash. Northeast side southbound 465 at East 71st. Crash blocking the right lane, and now a stall on inbound 69 peeling off to 465. That has a stop back to 96th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank. On sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms at DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We've got cold weather still, along with the snow or freezing rain or crappy rain or whatever we're calling it. 27 degrees right now in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:37. A check on sports. Ryan Hedrick, what's happening?
Tony, good morning. Fans rushed onto the court Sunday after Ohio State beat number 8 Purdue 82-74. Head coach Matt Painter said his team must play better.
I wish it was one guy I could fix. I wish it was two guys. It's not. It's collectively as a team. It's guys that have played in 125 games, and it's a couple others that's played in 28 games. That's what we have to have. You can't beat yourself.
And Purdue goes to Northwestern Wednesday for a matchup with them. Indiana shot at the NCAA tournament, took a hit Sunday, falling 77-64 to number 13 Michigan State in Bloomington, their fourth loss in a row.
There's a short amount of time here with the regular season and the Big Ten tournament to go on a run. That has to be our mindset, has to be our focus. Just leave it all out there. Finish the job. We got one more home game left.
Head coach Darren DeVries' team senior night on Wednesday against Minnesota. The Indiana Pacers have lost 6 straight games, falling 125-106 to Memphis on Sunday. And Alex Palou won the IndyCar race Sunday at the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com.
I think about quitting every day. And every day, I buy more cigarettes. I want to quit, but I feel like I have to have them. I know that sounds bad, but I will quit. Someday.
Quit Now Indiana offers free help with no judgment. Why wait? Get the help you need. No lectures, no pressure, just free help. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW today.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet, so make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818.
That's 800-215-6818.
Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or drexelin.com.
So some people tell me it's no longer snow, it's rain out there. But the temperatures are still below freezing, and they're going to be for a while. So that has the ability to ice over. It's ugly this morning. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you, Matt. I didn't ask you to be ready to chat, but Matt Bear, everybody, who stopped by oh so briefly for the big event Saturday night, Trump 1 year and 1 month later. He popped in, he said, I made my appearance, and now I'm leaving you people. And he, boom, right out the door, like the wind. Although I did hear that some of you did accost him for photos and did try to touch him. Don't ever try and touch the Matt. He's very sensitive to the human touch, is what he is. So we will get with Matt in a little bit and get some updates on this roads and on the weather. I will have more to get into regarding what's going on in Iran. There are other things going on around the world, and we will get into those as well. We've got the shooting that took place in Austin. I will get to that. But I did note, as we've ended now the session for the General Assembly, that there is this piece of legislation about CPAs, accountants, and how we are working to make it easier to bring CPAs on board. And what we're seeing through this legislation is that the argument is that we have been, what's the best word? We have been asking for the requirements to be too extreme. And you say, so we're going to have people who aren't as smart being CPAs. I don't think that's the argument that's being made. Instead of 150 credit hours of higher education and, of course, passing the exam, now it's 120 credit hours and 2 years of work experience. And so there are people within that world, the accounting world, who believe that this is going to really open up opportunities to get more CPAs into the force and make things better for the industry and for all of us. I could argue against the idea of the licensure to begin with. And I do. By the way, I'm not a big license guy. The idea that we give away our rights and then we give it to the government to sell back to us is very awkward. Why can't someone just be an accountant and that's it? Why in the world do I need the state to prove it? I could argue this with a great number of things. But what I like here is the recognition that the quote-unquote education is not everything. The experience is. And why don't we reward that? And I don't even know why it's 120 credit hours. I don't. If you can pass the exam, what's the point of any credit hour? Now, I don't actually care if someone has the exam. I utilize an accounting firm. Yes, there are CPAs, but I also have a bookkeeper. I do, right? There's a couple different things I do. There's reasons for it. So while I may favor the idea of you don't need any of this, I like the recognition that some things are more important than sitting in a classroom. I would have brought it down way lower than 120 credit hours, but I like the idea. And I want to celebrate what the General Assembly did here because this is the right direction for our future. And you know where this has to come next? Plumbers and electricians. They may not like it. But we have to change what those rules and requirements are, unless somehow they changed and I missed it, because we're going to need more plumbers. And I don't think they have to be worse, right? Well, they don't know what they're doing. They've been on the job for 6 months making plumbers. No. But I think we've created a situation by which you make things too onerous. And what we need are plumbers. We should ask ourselves what's actually necessary in today's world, not what some plumbing or electrician company or bigwig wants. We should be smart. We've got traffic coming up with Matt Baer in just 15 seconds. So you know what I'll do? I'll just talk about how great Matt Baer is. Great guy. Showed up at the event, said a hello. Well, we did a walk and talk in the kitchen like we were walking through the Copa in Goodfellas. It was glorious.
I got to say, that was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed that part. I thought it was, I felt mobster.
And then immediately he left. He's like, all right, I'm done here.
I walked home.
Like the wind. You walked home?
Yeah, it was beautiful out. Beautiful night in downtown, man. It was great. I got to go and be part of a, hoity-toity event, and then I got to walk home. It was like a perfect Saturday night for me.
You should have stayed. The people wanted to see you.
I got to say hi to a lot of the people I wanted to say hi to that I knew that were there.
The rest of you, dead to him.
Right. The YouTube chat had a couple of appearances there at that event, and I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
The Katz kittens, as they have deemed themselves. It was awesome. We'll get into that. Right now, Matt Baer has traffic.
Yeah, we have a hell of a rush hour going on here, Tony. Snow-covered interstates. You can see the lanes in some parts, but, man, you're going to have to leave yourself plenty of time. Now, the crash is on 465 on the west side. All lanes have reopened. We still have some stop traffic going both northbound and southbound around Rockville Road, so keep that in mind. Definitely not out of the woods. Could be in the woods, in fact. Northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue, crash blocking both travel lanes and stopping us back to 465. That's at a construction zone. It's going to take a minute to clear. We have eastbound 70 at German Church, crash blocking the right lane. Hancock County, the entrance lamp from Greenfield to westbound 70. That's closed right now because of a stall. Northeast side crash, southbound 465 at East 71st. Right lane closed. Traffic backed up to 69. And a stall on the exit from inbound 69 to 465. Traffic stopped past 96th Street. Also looking at inbound 69. Stops after 126th Street. Man, oh man. Again after State Road 37. Pike Township stopped traffic on northbound 65 after 71st, 286 in Boone County. Bad outbound delay here. It's northbound 65. Stopped after State Road 267 up to Lebanon exit 138. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Baer on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 6:47.
Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions Indiana. The spring rains are pouring in, and that means chimney leaks can sneak up on your home fast. Right now, in March, get any chimney repair and save $200 off. No exceptions. We are fully trained and certified chimney professionals here to help keep your family safe and dry. Call me today at 317-757-6979. Chimney Solutions Indiana, your trusted local solution.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Spring is right around the corner, and we bet you're excited for warmer weather, but as temperatures rise, make sure that your energy bills don't. Keep those cooling costs low with Window Nation's high-quality, energy-efficient products. Simply request a consultation where their experts will visit your home, spot problem areas, and make recommendations. Your customized windows can be installed in a day. Once completed, your home will be shielded from outside hot air while you remain cool and comfortable inside throughout the spring and summer.
There's no better time to upgrade your home with Window Nation. In March, the more you buy, the more savings you could enjoy. Up to 50% off all window styles. And be sure to ask about Window Nation's generous financing options, including $0 down, payments as little as $199 a month. Visit windownation.com. Get that free consultation today. That's windownation.com.
You listen to WIBC. Now come work with us. We're looking for our next great sales assistant. If you're highly organized and ready to handle a fast-paced media environment, apply now at radio1.com/careers. Bilingual speakers preferred. Radio 1 is an equal opportunity employer.
Let me share some audio with you. This, I believe, is Los Angeles. That is the sound of Iranian women dancing and cheering and walking the streets of Los Angeles. I believe this was down Wilshire, producer Carl.
Yeah, I didn't see what street it was.
I think it was a road that both Carl and I have been down 19 billion times. This is Iranian women thrilled that the Ayatollah is dead and there's a future for Iran. Now juxtapose that to liberal women of West Berkeley or of New York City, angry and hateful of President Trump, and you will see the difference between reality and ideology. And now ask yourself, what side do you want to be on? Where do you see yourself? What is it that you want? The truth of a situation, that the Ayatollah was a violent, ruthless thug, a murderous bastard son of a bitch? Or do you want to be on the Iranian people are so under threat because Donald Trump's a fascist? Which side? Pick one. Pick one and get back to me. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. There's reality, and then there's the insanity of progressivism. Choose. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, I was kind of hoping that kids would be going to school this morning because I want them to hear this. But I think with the snow, there's delays and all sorts of things. What we have allowed to happen, what we have allowed our children to be indoctrinated with, 40 plus years of this ignorance. We just got to knock it out of people's skulls. Now, you're not going to be able to do that with some people. They're going to live and die by this. But what side do you want to be on? It is very, very simple. It is very easy to understand. If you favor the no wars and no forever wars stupidity, and it is stupidity, if you favor the Iranians never did anything to us, those are people who have never opened a book, guys. And some of you may not know that. You're young. It's all right. You don't know everything yet. I don't know everything. But the Iranians have done many things to us. And then you realize it's not the people, it's the Ayatollah and the leadership of the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which, by the way, there are stories now and reports of defections, and whether or not this is going to crack, the money might not be there. And remember what we said, the IRGC is the story. If you want Iran to fall, this regime to fall, you need the Revolutionary Guard Corps to scatter. President Trump has been clear. Surrender, you will have immunity, and nothing will happen to you. You stick around, it's certain death. His words. And I expect him to deliver on that. But the people like Bernie Sanders, this is unjustified. This is so... Bernie Sanders is a communist who has never created anything in his life and has been wrong about everything in his life. Why would you want to be on his side? I'm not. I don't think you should be either. Even if you have questions about, well, how does this work and how does that work? That's rational. Wanting the Iranian people to be free means killing the Ayatollah and killing those in charge. And for those who tell you, well, why does it always have to be about war? What other way was this going to get done? That's the difference between children and grown-ups, guys. Communists are not grown-ups. Matt Bear has traffic.
All right, Tony, checking out the west side here. Excuse me, southbound 465. We do have a stall. And it's approaching Washington Street, US 40. The center lane closed and traffic is stopped back to West 10th Street and a little bit beyond. The snow caught us morning rushers by surprise, and the results are expected. We have crashes all over the place, like on the south side, northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue, blocking both travel lanes and stopping traffic back to 465. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interior. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
When you have a fire emergency, you need a restoration company you can trust to put everything back together. Pat Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I know, I've relied on Michaelis after a fire at my home. I'm here with the owner, Richard Michaelis. Richard, what makes Michaelis the right call if you have a fire?
Michaelis is local and family owned. We are your neighbors, 39 years of experience, and we'll respond 24/7, 365. The Michaelis Corporation is IICRC certified. We will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I've lived it. Michaelis was on the scene at my home before the firefighters had even rolled up their hoses. They asked me about calling a restoration company. I told them I had Michaelis. They told me Michaelis was the real deal. You help with insurance too?
Yes, we'll work through the insurance process to give you peace of mind.
Water, storms, fire, and mold. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You love spring and indies, so don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Way better than paint, backed by a 25-year warranty. Right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
The thing about Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion. That's billion with a B. Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250. Micro.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here. While Indiana basketball teams are making it drain on the court, Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is making it drain in your home. For just $49, Hope will snake your main line and do a free camera inspection. Now that sounds like a no-drainer. Now is the time to get your main lines checked before spring has sprung and it's too late. Call Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today, and let's make it drain. Give them a call at 641-HOPE.
Good morning. Coming up in 2 minutes, what forecasters are saying about the winter weather you're waking up to. There are more than 100 school delays on this Monday morning. Why Indianapolis cops were called to a home on the near southwest side of the city this morning. And how Hoosiers are reacting to the airstrikes in Iran. After Fox News from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis at 7 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. 3 American fighter jets mistakenly shot down. I'm Dave Anthony. They were taken down by Kuwait's air defenses, but the crews all safely ejected as Iran launches missiles at U.S. bases in the region, retaliating to the American and Israeli attacks.
Since the war began over the weekend, 3 members of the U.S. military have been killed in action and 5 severely wounded.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in Istanbul, Turkey.
Pentagon says over 1,000 targets have been struck across Iran in the first 24 hours of Operation Epic Fury. And there are reports Iranian and Iranian-backed militias fired missiles at the U.S. Embassy in Kuwait. And in Saudi Arabia today, Iran struck Saudi Aramco, the world's largest oil company.
And the oil prices are surging up 7%. Stock futures are falling on Wall Street, and travelers are getting stranded in the Middle East. Airlines have canceled more than 2,000 flights, more than half to and from Dubai and Abu Dhabi. As the conflict widens,
the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah, Iran's largest proxy, launching rockets over the border at the northern Israeli city of Haifa, sending people into bomb shelters.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv also reports Israel fired back, killing at least 30 Hezbollah militants. Iranian attacks in Israel have killed at least 9 people. President Trump says this operation targeting Iran could last 4 weeks.
Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building.
In that Truth Social video, the president also offered prayers to the Americans wounded and condolences to the families of the 3 killed. He's also urging Iranians to take control of their government. The supreme leader and dozens of senior officials among the 500-plus deaths in Iran. Exiled Iranian Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi just thanked the president.
Millions of Iranians and the diaspora around the world have celebrated the death of the top henchman or monster of this regime, Ali Khamenei.
And the prince just told Fox he wants to return to Iran. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Weather-related delays. Snow and 27 degrees on this Monday morning in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 43. We're under a winter weather advisory in effect until 9. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. Winter weather is creating a slow start across central Indiana this morning. More than 100 school districts are now delayed, and slick roads are causing traffic issues, including southbound I-69 near Martinsville. Heavy slowdowns near northeast Indianapolis. Matt Baer has much more on the road conditions coming up in a few minutes in the 93 WIBC Traffic Center. As for what type of weather you may be seeing this morning,
we're seeing a pretty wide mix of precipitation types across the state. Along the I-74 corridor in northwest Indianapolis, it's mostly snow. Here at the office, we're seeing a lot of sleet and snow pellets, and that'll transition to snow over the next few hours.
Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service Indianapolis says the wintry mix will shift away. Warmer temperatures gradually will be implemented into the forecast Tuesday through Friday, and then some rain as well. Gunfire reported this morning on the near southwest side of Indianapolis, and a woman is killed.
If the public has any information regarding this incident, neighbors or citizens who have surveillance footage or have any knowledge about individuals involved are strongly encouraged to come forward.
IMPD says they started getting calls to a neighborhood not far from North Belmont and West Washington about 1:20 in the morning. They showed up to a home. That's where they found the woman who had been shot. She died at the hospital. Hoosier political leaders reacting to the U.S.-Israeli airstrikes on Iran over the weekend. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
The message from Indiana Republican Senator Jim Banks was simple. A Trump red line isn't a warning, it's a promise. This after the president announced early Saturday morning that the U.S. and Israel had launched an attack targeting Iran's military infrastructure and nuclear facilities. Democratic Congressman Andre Carson is against the operation, calling this another reckless and illegal war started by the president. He believes President Trump is putting our troops and civilians in danger. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
A teacher at Indianapolis Public Schools says he opposes military action in the Middle East.
The United States spends $1 trillion on war every single year, and instead our government spends $1 trillion every year to go and bomb elementary school-aged girls.
He told Wish TV that people need work and access to health care. Over the weekend, protesters and counter-protesters came together in downtown Indianapolis. Indiana Congressman Jim Baird mourning the loss of his wife, Denise, who passed away following complications from a car accident.
In a statement released Sunday, Congressman Baird's office said Denise Baird died after suffering complications from injuries sustained in a crash. The couple had been married for 59 years and shared 3 children. The statement described her as a devoted wife and a loving mother whose life was centered on faith, family, and service. The family is asking for prayers as they grieve. Renuka Bachpine, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
College basketball, it was a loss for IU against number 13 Michigan State Sunday, 77-64. Here's head coach Darren DeVries.
We got it to right where, 2-possession game and get a stop and get the ball, get in transition, get the crowd into it. And it seemed like they just came up with all the loose balls, all the big plays in those situations.
That's 4 losses in a row for IU. They play Minnesota on senior night at home Wednesday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. You got your hands full this morning, Matt Bear.
Yeah, taking a look at the south side, Ryan, crash in this construction zone. It's northbound 65 after Keystone Avenue. Both travel lanes are blocked, and traffic is jammed 2465. Inbound 69 stall on the exit 2465. This has us stopped past 96th Street. Also coming into Fishers, southbound 69 jams after Brooks School Road down to State Road 37. Northeast side northbound 465 stopped from East 56th Street up to I-69. Southeast side crash westbound 74 exiting to 465 slow to post. West side a stall on southbound 465 before Washington US 40, and a center lane is blocked. Traffic is jammed back to West 21st Street. Northwest side northbound 65 is stopped from 465 up to West 86th Street. That's a delay right now of 38 minutes. Please leave early this morning. The roads are terrible. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank. On sale now, plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. We want to know about this weather, and while you talk about the weather, I'm going to eat some fantastic chocolate whippy.
Yes, all right. Hey, we are going to look for some snow this morning across much of the area. Farther southward, a little bit of that wintry mix. All of this exits in the next couple of hours. So after about 9, 10 o'clock, we'll begin to see things off to the east of us. We'll hang on to mostly cloudy conditions, maybe a little bit of sunshine this afternoon. Highs around 41. Clouds return tonight, and we'll see a chance of some rain showers overnight with lows dropping to 37. It is going to be incredibly mild for the rest of the week. 55 degrees on Tuesday with showers likely, and even some thunderstorms could be possible for the middle and latter half of the week. How is the whippy?
I literally have a bowl of chocolate whippy in front of me. It's a bowl.
It's a bowl.
Yeah, I'm showing everybody who's watching the live stream. Tara Hastings does not tell any lies. The whippy, which is icing, it's basically just, it's lighter, right? So some people told me this was going to be insanely sweet. It's not. It's light. It's good. The blackberry was something else, and Tara was there for Trump 1 year and 1 month later. She was there, and we had the cupcakes from Kroger. We appreciate Kroger. And the whippy, we had the chocolate, the vanilla, the chantilly, The strawberry, which is great, and the blackberry. Blackberry was surprisingly good.
I loved the blackberry. And the
You did.
chantilly, I'd never heard of that. That was phenomenal as well. So
I mean, chantilly, you think flour, like actual flowers. So it's a unique flavor. People were impressed. People were impressed, and I will tell you that this idea of this on cake got me so much thinking that I have come up with what our next event is, which will be in June.
Oh, what's that?
I can't tell you yet.
That's quite the tease.
That is a tease. But you might want to save all the weekends in June because this is happening. It's going to be amazing. Did you have a good time Saturday night?
I had a great time. The bourbon was phenomenal. The company was great. Finally got to meet Matt Baer. It was great to see him in person. Carl, I got to meet Carl.
Oh, I'm sorry about
Loved
that.
it.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that. We tell Carl to stay away from the talent.
Yes.
We're like, hey, maybe you could just park a couple more cars, you know? But now he makes his way up. He does.
I would also like to say I tried to introduce Matt Baer to my husband, but he was whisked away by a group of women who were taking pictures with him and everything. Like he is quite the hot commodity there.
Yeah, the women were surrounding Matt.
I know,
Right?
please.
Did you notice that?
The women always surround Matt. Have you met Matt?
It was awesome.
He's built like a tank and he's mysterious.
Yeah.
By the way, all those women who whisked Matt away this morning, pregnant. That's how potent Matt Baer
That's the power he has.
That is it. That is it. It just oozes right from him. He's seeing a doctor about it. He hopes to get it cleared up in about a week. But I am thrilled and overjoyed that you and Mr. Tara Hastings and your friends had a good time. Your husband brought me a cigar. It was very kind of him.
I had no idea he was doing that, by the way. No
well,
idea.
you know, it's important to bring gifts, and I appreciate it. Can I tell you, someone brought me a cake plate. Sandy brought me a cake plate. I was trying to put it together. Like, I didn't realize you had to put it together. I was taking it out during the event. I'm like, I'm not going to put this together right now. I did it when I got home. It was a cake plate. It's really nice. So thank you, Sandy. People are very kind.
Nice.
It was
That's
adorable.
great.
So, but you had a good time. Did you learn something?
Oh, yeah, always. Yes. Learned a lot of stuff.
Were you entertained?
I was definitely entertained, yes.
That's all I can ask for.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I can ask for.
Oh, yeah.
Tara Hastings, we'll talk more in a little bit. Wish TV meteorologist, thank you. 27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 7:11. The Combine happening right here in Indianapolis. This for the NFL, and it was all eyes on Fernando Mendoza. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. JMB joins us right now. He is the voice of sports in Indiana on 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. The cheering that took place for Fernando Mendoza. Talk to me about what it is you saw from him. And whether or not it was a good showing or it just mixed into everybody else.
Yeah, hey, Tony, good morning to you, too, by the way, brought to you by LD Smith Plumbing and Drains at 317-927-7186. He has been perfect this year. In fact, I would challenge, from an athletic standpoint, who has been more perfect in not only how they've handled themselves, but ultimately the results and the production they've given. He solidified himself as the number one overall selection as quarterback going to the Raiders, and was just Fernando Mendoza. The guy just as of right now is in a groove where he can do no wrong, and that next step is going to be a pro day where he's going to show off his arm talent. And then ultimately coming up later on in the spring, he's going to be the number one overall selection. One of 9, in fact, Tony, IU players of that national championship team at the Combine this past weekend. It was a pretty special weekend, I think, for everybody, but certainly him. He just re-solidified, if you will, his position atop that particular draft, and did it in a very Fernando Mendoza way, did it perfectly.
Now, you saw that Shane Steichen was there at the Combine. We have no first-round picks because of the trade for Sauce Gardner, and you started hearing people discussing the fact from the Colts organization that Sauce Gardner is, as a cornerback, he's worth any first-round pick. He's better than any first-round pick, so we're fine with where we're at. Is that to give Sauce Gardner confidence that we really do believe in you, or is that to give themselves confidence that we need a way to explain why we gave all these draft picks for Sauce Gardner and make the fan base not scream at us anymore?
Number two, he's not worried about the fan base screaming at him, but it definitely is in an answer number two. And they wanted that. They wanted that last year at the NFL trade deadline for Sauce Gardner, and that's what they gambled, and the gamble hasn't paid off yet. You're not a number one pick unless you get out there, at least show it, and get out there and you're able to play. The expectation, Tony, is that, all having fun aside, the expectation that he shows and is good, and it looks like Charvarius Ward, there was some question whether or not he was going to retire after multiple concussions. Looks like that he is at least in line for a return. So that's the secondary that they had envisioned, but just hopefully it's out there on the field. And we'll see. A lot of the chatter that came out of this past weekend was the fact that Daniel Jones, Alec Pierce, franchise tag or long-term deal. Looks like Pierce is going to get the franchise tag when it's said and done. You can remove that at any time, but Daniel Jones is, I think, a whole different dynamic here of what they're trying to do to make sure that they have their quarterback coming back, which they're just going to cross their fingers and move forward, both injury-wise and evidently trying to make sure he's solidified for the short-term future.
Yeah, I think it's happening on both counts, no matter how they have to do it. I don't think either one of them right now is a loss you want to take. We got to run. JMV, the voice of sports in Indiana, 93.5, 107.5 The Fan. I appreciate you. Matt Bear has the latest on the traffic, the rough road conditions because of the snow. What's up, Matt?
Yeah, guys, still looking at the south side. This crash on northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue. Both travel lanes are blocked by the crash and traffic is stopped. Back to 465, still on the south side. Northbound 65 jams before and after Southport Road. Northbound 69 stop and go after Southport Road up to 465. On the west side, a stall. Southbound 465 before Washington Street, US 40. The center lane is closed and traffic is jammed back to West 21st Street. That's a 21-minute delay. Now a crash coming out of downtown. Northbound 65 after 21st, left lane blocked. Northbound 65 in the Pike stopped from 465 almost to West 79th Street. Stall on the exit. This is northeast side, inbound 69 going to 465. There's a stall there backing us up to 96th Street. Also inbound 69 is stopped before 126th Street to State Road 37. On the east side, 16-minute delay northbound 465 before East 56th Street to I-69. And in Hancock County, the entrance ramp is closed from State Road 92 westbound 70 because of a crash. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service, your local experts in basement waterproofing and foundation repair. Book your free inspection now at indianafoundation.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 7:17.
Hey, what's going on? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel show. And I'm not going to lie to you. I needed help. I got a bald spot in the back of my head, and it's embarrassing. I see it when I'm on television. I see it when I'm on the YouTube channel. So I decided to reach out for help. And my friends at We Grow Hair Indie decided to help me out here. These guys are the absolute best. I was a little leery about it. I could not have a procedure that, one, hurt, or two, left me looking like I'd been scalped. But after I talked with Darren and the entire team at We Grow Hair Indie, they told me their state-of-the-art technology, the progress made in hair growth, it's going to be okay. If I can do this, you guys can do this. Contact the team at We Grow Hair Indie, 317-522-2995. That's 522-2995. Get that free evaluation. It's free. You can also go online to WeGrowHairIndie.com. Contact them today and do this with me. WeGrowHairIndie.com.
This is Chuck Lofton, here to talk to you about my friends at Exercise Inc. Exercise Inc. is the 20-minute, once-a-week workout program that will change your life. My wife Mary and I have been clients for 6 years. The program has worked well with my busy schedule. I was getting cardio, but I started the program because I understood the importance of strength training to overall health. It's helped me with managing my blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. The biggest help? My sluggish feeling was replaced with much-needed energy. It's designed to help clients get stronger in a shorter period of time. The studios are private, just you and your coach working to reach your goals. Exercise Inc. has 5 locations: Avon, Brownsburg, Greenwood, Zionsville, and now Fishers. So take it from me, Chuck Lofton. Improve the forecast for your health. Go to exerciseinc.com today to request a free consultation.
Hey, what's up? It's Hammer from the Hammer and Nigel Show. And if clutter is taking over your home or your business, it's time to call Rubbish Works. They handle residential and commercial cleanouts, garages, basements, offices, even construction debris, furniture, appliances, junk, you name it. You just point, and they do the heavy lifting. Use the promo code HAMMER to get $25 off. Book right now at rubbishworks.com, 317-207-2749. Tell them Hammer sent you.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. Service today.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Bring on the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, B-O-O-H-E-R, BooherRemodeling.com. If it's inside the 4 walls, yeah, you know the deal. You call Booher, your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement. You're talking about a slight redo. You're talking about a full-on remodel. You're talking about a refresh. Whatever the case may be, Booher are the people to call because they've got the best materials. They've got the most skilled craftsmen because they know what they're doing, and they remove the stress. That's everything. I have worked with Booher. I'm going to work with Booher again. It is the stress-free part of it that matters so much because they're so communicative. You know exactly what's happening every single step of the way. And because of that, there's no stress. Now, here's what's going to happen on Monday. Here's what's going to happen on Tuesday. Here's going to happen on Wednesday. Boom, boom, you're done. Yeah, that makes life very, very easy. And you know they're using nothing but the most top quality people and materials and brands, and your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement is going to look amazing. Talk to Booher Remodeling today. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Booher. B-O-O-H-E-R. BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Also at WIBC.com, the listings of delays and closings that are going on. I see mostly delays because of this snow. Matt Bear will have an update on traffic in just a few minutes. I don't think anybody expected this. This was a lot. It was a rough drive in, still is in a lot of places. We have a lot of slick. You have a lot of places iced over the snow. Slow and easy as you're coming in to the workplace. Make sure you're taking it slow and easy. We know about the attack. We know that the movement was made against Iran, against the Ayatollah, against this murderous regime, against these sponsors of terrorism. So when people say this was unnecessary, we didn't need this, people like Congressman Andre Carson, it's weak, sir. You're a weak man. Never mind the friends that you pick, like Louis Farrakhan. We see you. We see your bigotry. I'm not going to apologize for noticing it. I don't have to apologize to you for anything. You're not capable of leading a free world. You and your party, Congressman Carson, you don't have it. But President Trump gave updates yesterday to what was happening.
Over the past 36 hours, the United States and its partners have launched Operation Epic Fury, one of the largest, most complex, most overwhelming military offensives the world has ever seen. Nobody's seen anything like it. We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling by the thousands. Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen.
And so we should. The president was clear that we may lose more lives. I will dig into why this is all worth it. And this idea of we're doing Israel's bidding, listen, if you want to start quoting Nick Fuentes and Democrats, you can go right ahead, but you don't have an argument. As the left would say, you're on the wrong side of history. I will have more of this coming up in just a little bit. Right now, Matt Baer has the latest on traffic and on this weather. What's going on?
Yeah, check it out, northbound 65 on the south side. That is a crash in the I-65 construction zone, and right now both travel lanes are blocked, and this has us jammed up back to 465 on the south side. Also on the south side, northbound 65 stop and go before and after Southport Road. Northbound 69 still on the south side, slows before the 465 ramps up to the interchange. And on the west side, southbound 465 approaching Washington Street, US 40, a center lane is blocked because of a stall. We are stopped back to 74 Crawfordsville Road. Then the northbound lane's also very slow right now, slower than usual with the snow. Northbound 465 jammed from I-74 up to I-65. Inbound 69 on the northeast side stops before 126th Street. It again from 96 down to 465, and that's because of a stall on the exit ramp from inbound 69 to 465. On the far east side, crash eastbound 70 at German Church, right lane blocked. Greenfield, the entrance from State Road 9 to westbound 70 is closed because of a crash. Also a crash, this is Kessler Boulevard at Spring Mill Road. Traffic sponsor by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Call Allstate today for a quote. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s at WIBC.
The House Oversight Panel deposed Hillary Clinton in the Epstein investigation. Bill is up next. Hey, it's Casey. Join us Friday, 9 until noon on 93 WIBC.
"50 years ago, Brown versus Board of Education outlawed segregated schools, promising the American dream to everyone. The dream of Oliver Brown was quality education for all children. But in many schools, children are being left behind. The responsibility of educating Indiana students rests on us all, from educators and administrators to parents and community leaders. Brown's dream of a quality education is the birthright of every Hoosier and a civil right guaranteed to us by the state of Indiana. If you feel your civil rights or those of your child have been neglected, or that your child has been purposely denied access to the education resources, you have options. Call the Indiana Civil Rights Commission at 1-866-FAIR-FOR-YOU. That's 1-866-332-4748. Or visit our website at in.gov/ICRC. This message is brought to you by the State of Indiana Civil Rights Commission.
So there I am doing the event this past weekend at the Hyatt Regency, and I'm on my feet a lot, right? They're set up. I was there early in the morning. I'm walking around. I'm making sure everything's all right. No pain whatsoever because I have got the Good Feet arch supports. I'm telling you, it is kind of amazing. Yeah, it takes a little bit of work to work with them because you have 3 different arch supports that you're dealing with, right? Because you got the strengtheners, the maintainers, the relaxers, and all of them utilized as you're supposed to help strengthen your arch, build your arch, keep it there, and provide you with just incredible comfort. At first, it's totally weird. But you're going to talk to your Good Feet arch support specialist, and they're going to be like, yeah, that's totally normal. And after a while, after using these arch supports, which are made right here in the U.S., it starts to feel very relaxing. It starts to feel massaging. And then you find that your balance is better. And that pain that you might have in your knees and your hips and your lower back starts to go away because you're in proper alignment. The Good Feet store, really, it's an incredible process. Yeah, you got to do some of the work, but the work is really worth it, and it might be worth it for you. Talk to the Good Feet store about the 3-step system, how you can maintain proper foot alignment by exercising and strengthening the muscles, the tendons, and the ligaments of the feet with their inserts. Talk to the Good Feet store. 2 Indy area locations at Clearwater at the Crossing and in Greenwood just off of 65. Online at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why driving is a pain in the you-know-what this morning. Snow and 27 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 43. A winter weather advisory is in effect for the next 90 minutes. I'm Ryan Hedrick from Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 7:31. Steady snow is falling fast, and it's making the roads across central Indiana slippery and slow.
We're seeing some freezing rain along with sleet, so there might be a light glaze of ice on those areas. So it's really a mixed bag this morning, but all of that can still cause some slick roads. So if you're out in the morning rush hour, just make sure you take extra time and leave extra space between you and cars around you.
National Weather Service forecaster Aaron Updike says rain will come back late tonight after midnight, and heavier, steadier rain is expected tomorrow. Over 100 school districts are delayed this morning. You could see a full list right now at WIBC.com. Iran has been firing missiles and drones at Israeli territory and U.S. military bases in the Gulf as part of its response to a U.S.-Israeli military campaign that killed Iran's supreme leader.
We continue to see the Iranians try to target major population centers in Israel with ballistic missiles, and we can confirm to you that one of those missiles slipped past air defense systems, slamming into the southern city of Beersheba. At least 10 people were injured there, according to first responders.
Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv, Israel this morning.
Also, we're tracking developments out of northern Israel, where overnight the Iranian militant group, a proxy of the Iranian regime, Hezbollah, got directly involved in the fight, launching rockets over the border toward the northern city of Haifa. Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, says Naim Qassem, the new leader of Hezbollah, who replaced Hassan Nasrallah, is considered a legitimate target. The Israelis have issued evacuation orders for more than 50 villages.
Israel says Iran has been spacing out its military launches as it sends waves of them that are meant to strain and overwhelm Israeli air defense systems by forcing them to track and intercept many targets at once rather than firing everything in a single volley. After weekend military strikes in Iran, law enforcement across the United States is increasing security in major cities. FBI Director Kash Patel has directed federal counterterrorism and intelligence teams to use all necessary resources. That move follows a shooting at an Austin bar Sunday where police are looking into terrorist ties. A man wearing an Iranian flag design in an Allah shirt. Cities in Washington, D.C., New York City, and Los Angeles have heightened security. Indiana Congressman Jim Baird's wife, Denise, has died from complications tied to injuries she suffered following a hit-and-run crash in early January in Washington, D.C. Baird's office announced her passing Sunday, saying that she had been recovering from more than a dozen fractures sustained in the crash. The congressman and his wife had been married for 59 years. And Meta, the parent company of Instagram, says it wants to give parents more ways to guide and monitor how teenagers use that platform.
Meta this week is unveiling a new tool for parents to intervene on Instagram should their teen use Instagram to search out things relating to suicide and self-harm. The idea is to give parents as quick of a heads up as possible that their teenagers could be in distress and in need of proper mental health care. The platform will send notifications within the app through Meta's messaging service WhatsApp or through regular text messaging and emails.
Fox's Evan Brown. And sports on WIBC.
No. We're the king at we will guard you in the same action, and then we'll turn around and guard the same action after that, and we don't do what we're supposed to.
Purdue head coach Matt Painter on his number 8 Boilermakers losing 82-74 to Ohio State Sunday.
If they're going to run the same stuff and do the same things, we got to stay on the same page. And what's crazy is we come in and out of it. Like, we'll have 2 or 3 good possessions like that, and then we won't.
And the Boilermakers play Northwestern this week. Indiana has lost 4 straight games, including a 77-64 defeat to number 13 Michigan State. Hoosiers forward Tucker DeVries said there's still a lot of season left.
Our goals are still in front of us. We've said, we're going to go down swinging going into this next home game, senior night, go down swinging, gain some momentum. And, if we go down swinging and it's not enough, then there's nothing we can do about that now.
The Hoosiers play Minnesota. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com at 7:36. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
West side southbound 465 at Washington Street. A stall blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to 74 Crawfordsville Road. Northbound 465 on the west side. Barely moving before Crawfordsville Road up to I-65. Northbound 465 stopped west 79th up to 865. Crash leaving downtown. Northbound 65 at 21st. The left lane is blocked. Also a crash. This is westbound 70 before Harding Street. Left lane closed. And then a crash westbound 70 at Holt Road on the exit ramp to Holt. South side crash northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue. Both travel lanes blocked. Stopped to 465. Northbound 69 on the south side. Stopped before Harding into 465. I see an interstate that's not terrible at the moment, and it's a good one. Westbound 70 coming into downtown. We need that, but still it's going to be slick. Even if you do see the lane lines and not a lot of slow, watch out for the slick spots. They could be there very much. An entrance ramp is closed in Hancock County. This is Greenfield and cannot enter westbound 70 from State Road 9. Traffic sponsored by WeatherBug. Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecast with WeatherBug. It's easy to use, so the weather never takes you by surprise. Download the free WeatherBug app today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
How about 27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center? The time is 7:37.
Snow clung to the ground as the night cracked open with fire. After months of silence, the hills answered with cannon fire.
WIBC celebrates the spirit of 76. Brought to you by the WIBC Daily Newsletter.
March 2nd, 1776. George Washington ordered American military to begin bombarding Boston from positions at Lechmere Point. The guns were smaller than those still on the way, but the message was unmistakable. After 10 months of stalemate, the Continental Army had committed to action. British sentries returned fire, but the balance was shifting. What sounded like harassment was strategy. The end of Britain's hold on Boston had begun.
The spirit of 76. History remembered. Freedom celebrated. Have the latest headlines and show content delivered to your inbox daily. Sign up at WIBC.com.
Whenever I'm out a-wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen, where friendly folks can gather.
Today on the marketplace. I missed the post. Shame on me. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. During downtime, clearing my head, getting ready for what's next on the show, I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. Everything is on the Marketplace. The Marketplace, presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. Go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Text my name, Tony, to 46220 to get started. Matt Bear, how you doing, man?
I am fantastic. I mean, the snow sucks,
That's
but
great.
I'm fantastic. Thank you.
So glad you're doing well, Matt. Fantastic. And the kids? I mean,
haven't
kids
been,
that you know about?
Haven't even been conceived yet,
Okay,
but when they are, baby, let me tell you.
I don't know. I don't know where Matt is. Usually Matt's right there.
What? We
Now,
can't hear me?
Carl, he's not there.
Oh, come on.
Usually we have him.
Hello, everybody. Okay. Can anybody, hi, Tony. Good morning.
Hey, Boo. How are you, man?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
What happened? I was talking to you. And
I don't know. I do have a question, though.
Shoot.
Are you a sunglasses guy?
yes, I am.
Yeah. So do you wear like the Joe Biden aviators, or you got something else?
I would wear the Matt Bear aviators. Thank you very much. Yeah.
That'd be good. Honestly, if anybody makes sunglasses, we can do the Matt Bear aviators. This could happen.
It'd be so awesome.
Right? I actually am in need of a new pair of sunglasses.
Okay.
And I have a friend who wears Cartier. Loves the Cartier. Cartier is pretty expensive stuff. I'm like, I don't think I want that for my sunglasses. But I came across here out of Muncie a pair of Cartier sunglasses. And they're asking $80.
Okay.
The question before us, Matt, is, I mean, I don't think these are necessarily my style. It's not the point. The question is, do you trust that the stuff on Marketplace, if it's this kind of name brand, is actually the brand?
No, not a bit. And I don't. And that's because in the past, like, Facebook ads will come across and they'll be like, hey, these beautiful extensions, maybe like some sort of alligator skin boots are on sale for like $20 and you go and you buy them and they're nothing like they are in the picture. So if I really want Cartier sunglasses, I think I will go to the store that sells them and make it an experience rather than buy something that expensive and luxurious on the Marketplace. It's not, I'm sure this person's great. They're fine. But, that's something I want to do on my own.
Okay. So basically you're not starting by saying, well, this person is a liar and a thief and these aren't really good. Okay, good. I don't want us getting sued. So you find yourself, when it comes to name brand stuff, you question whether or not it's really legit.
Oh, and everybody should, I think. Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of with you. Because $80 for Cartier sunglasses seems like an extremely good deal.
Yeah. I can't send people $80 and expect to get Cartier sunglasses unless it's some sort of, I know it's a legitimate outlet, and that's
Not without getting change.
No.
You're not paying no $80 for sunglasses.
If you
Are
buy
an
it
$80 for sunglasses guy?
I used to be, let's say that, Buy them off Craigslist and you can get anything you want.
Well, you buy them off Craigslist, you're also going to get chlamydia.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're only paying $40 for an $80 product,
Yeah. I mean, it's got to come with a little extra.
Fantastic.
There it is. The Cartier sunglasses are on the Marketplace. Check them out for yourself. See if it's something that you would get. If you have a good idea of sunglasses for me, let me know. I am in the market. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most, that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family is banking on bandwidth. All your devices working in perfect harmony for 5 whole years. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included.
Plus, get online in no time with same-day Wi-Fi.
Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, it would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025. Actual speeds vary. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to the premises by coaxial cable.
Chase away those winter blues with a new car from Tom Roush Lincoln. Hurry in for the 8, 9, 10 deal from Tom Roush. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? Come get a great deal on all three from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer details.
Your home is more than where you live. It's your biggest investment. And at B-Window, we help protect it. Upgrade to high-performance windows and doors designed to increase your home's value while dramatically reducing energy costs year after year. With 0% financing for up to 2 years, upgrading your home can be completely worry-free. Plus, for a limited time, buy any window or door, get the second at 50% off. Schedule your free in-home consultation at bwindow.com. Trust local, trust your home to beat.
Trust me. Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are we looking at out there?
Good Lord, Tony. Looking at the west side, southbound 465 before Washington Street, a stall blocking the center lane, and traffic is slow even further back to West 21st Street. The northbound lanes jammed up well before Crawfordsville Road, up to I-65 in Boone County. Southbound 65 almost stopped from the dogleg to West 86th Street. Crash northbound 65 at West 21st, left lane blocked slow to west. Inbound 65 stop and go White River down to 21st Street. On the west side, westbound 70 approaching Harding. This is a stall blocking the left lane. A crash on the exit ramp from westbound 72 Holt Road. South side still stopped because of a crash northbound 65 after Keystone Avenue. That has us completely jammed back to 465. On the east side, northbound 465 slows before Penn Pike up to East 56. And a stall on the exit from southbound 69 to 465. Ramp reopened at Greenfield at State Road 9 to westbound 70. You can now make that entrance. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors' new cabinet line, Drexel Select Premium Cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 7:46.
David was in big trouble with the IRS.
At first, I didn't owe that much, but after this year, it was out of control.
Then David called Get a Tax Lawyer.
Right away, they were like, oh yeah, looks like you're qualified to save.
Get a Tax Lawyer went to work.
Should have called way sooner.
Get a Tax Lawyer has helped thousands like David fight the IRS and get a fresh start.
Call 800-745-3070. That's 800-745-3070.
Meet Drexel Interior's new cabinet line, Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today.
Life's full of unexpected joys, like problems with water. That's why there's Michaelis, a crew of 24/7 experts who are rescue ready, day or night, one phone call, for a gazillion disasters, from frozen pipes and sewer backups to your teenager pleading ignorance on the proper use of a plunger. At Michaelis, they know that water damage waits for no one. Their fleet of trucks is, well, fleet. Over 3 decades of finding the source of the problem, then cleaning up, drying out, and restoring your home or business to better than new condition. That's Michaelis, fully licensed and insured, and fully empathetic to your anxiety, including dealing with insurance claims. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Call 844-FIX-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
High five! Up top!
Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Heck yeah!
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Yes!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th, switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $74 a month with a 2-year agreement. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees.
You've probably heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's not houses, cars, or anything like that. It's actually your money being held by the Indiana Attorney General's Office Unclaimed Property Division. We're talking forgotten wages, old bank accounts, refunds, insurance payouts, stock dividends, and more. Right now, nearly $1 billion is waiting to be claimed by Hoosiers just like you. Find out if some of it is yours. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov today. It's fast, free, and easy.
You ever wonder why Verizon charges twice as much as Pure Talk for the same basic service? Think it might have something to do with the fact that Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion? That's billion with a B? Yeah, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. That's why they can offer unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Save an additional 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say the words micro. That's pound 250. Micro.
Join us every Friday right around 5:50 for Beer Sample Friday.
Brought to you by Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus, home of free delivery within 75 miles of their store.
Time's running out. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale ends soon. Let their sleep experts help find the perfect bed for you. They make sleep easy.
See Tim McGraw live with 49 Winchester on Friday, September 18th at Roth Music Center. A huge night of country you won't want to miss. Tickets available now at WIBC.com.
Just to see you smile.
When Rush Limbaugh passed away, the New York Times wrote Rush Limbaugh dies at 70. Turned talk radio into a right-wing attack machine. When the Ayatollah was killed just 2 days ago, they wrote Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, hardline cleric who made Iran a regional power, is dead at 86. You cannot hate these people enough. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Pure, raw, unadulterated evil. Khamenei was a terrorist. Khamenei supported terrorism. Khamenei killed gay people. Khamenei tortured women and men and killed children for the crime of being raped. And there are leftists who support him and Muslims who support him and liberals who support him. Disgusting, despicable, reprehensible people who do not deserve to be near power. Can't be said enough. These people screaming, oh my gosh, it's a forever war. Trump said no more forever wars. I don't know if this is a forever war. I know that life is better without the Ayatollah, or at least has the opportunity, and that has to be taken. We are rethinking the world and changing how we deal with terrorists. Now, this all has a story. How this comes to be, you think that this comes to be from some action regarding the past couple days. No. How this happened this weekend and the taking out of the Ayatollah and the entirety of the regime, which hopefully continues until there is no regime left and the people are in charge. This goes back to the Abraham Accords. Now, I explained this in detail Saturday night if you were with me at Trump 1 year and 1 month later. I'm going to get into more of this on Tony Katz today. But the straight line is drawn from the Abraham Accords to October 7th, 2023 to Saturday. This has to do with changing how people think, changing how you approach a situation. The Ayatollah was a disgusting terrorist, and the people who support him support terrorism. That's who they are. Some commie by the name of Cliff Connolly wrote, when the United States declares war, the duty of every U.S. socialist is to make sure it ends in our government's defeat. May God protect the people of Iran, and may God damn the Trump regime. Can't protect the people of Iran if you don't get rid of the Ayatollah. But understand that socialists support the Ayatollah, and they want America to fail. Jesse Brown, Indianapolis City County Councilor, communist, responded to that post with amen. And then has the audacity to respond to Representative Ireland here in Indiana and say, I follow Christ first and foremost. Aggressors should lose every war. The United States is the aggressor here, as it was against 8 different countries Trump bombed last year, as it is against the people of Venezuela and Cuba. God damn Trump, that's what he said, and his murderous pedophile crew. If you vote for Jesse Brown, you're just too stupid to be a Hoosier. It's time for you to move to Illinois. Of course he's calling Trump a pedophile. Truth doesn't matter to him. He's a communist. What does he know of truth? All communists are liars. The Cuban people are better off without the communist regime. The Venezuelan people are better off with the communist regime. And the Iranian people are better off without the murderous bastard in charge. And Jesse Brown thinks that's wrong. Why would you vote for people like that? Matt Baer has traffic.
Northeast side inbound 69, stall on the exit to 465 that has a stop to back to 106th Street, delayed 16 minutes. Crash northbound 65 after 21st, left lane blocked, backed up to Meridian. West side southbound 465, a stall before Washington, blocking a center lane jam to 74. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors, new cabinet line Drexel Select, premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. Matt Barrett, WIBC Traffic.
We had downsized. In that downsizing, my husband lost his man cave.
Everyone is talking about Galaxy Concrete Coatings and their transformation, like your neighbor Deb.
My husband and I were at the home show and saw all these vendors with garage floor coatings. The one that stayed with us was Galaxy.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings is 4 times stronger than epoxy.
I'm the only one home, and so it's nice when well-dressed, clean-cut, respectful crew show up. That's what Galaxy sent.
Commercial or residential, Galaxy transforms pools, patios, garage floors, and driveways in as little as 1 day, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
Warranties are real important for us, and to know that should there be an issue, Galaxy was standing behind us. That's pretty much what tipped us over to go with Galaxy.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook.
We are so proud to open our garage door.
We're out of this world.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799. 800-598-4799.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hammer Nigel here. Did your New Year's resolution stall? Now's your second chance.
At Low T Center, they're extending their New Year's promos to give you the new start you need. If you've been feeling exhausted and have lost your sex drive, book a free testosterone test at Low T Center. No risks, no commitments, just answers. Want to start testosterone therapy? Don't settle for one-size-fits-all doses from your doctor or pay hundreds out of pocket at a TRT franchise.
At Low T Center, you can get insurance covered TRT customized to your body for maximum effectiveness and safety. Low T Center has served over 500,000 patients since 2009 and continues to lead the industry in TRT. This month, enjoy a free men's T test and discounted peptides while supplies last. Head to lowtcenter.com and sign up for that free T-test today. That's lowtcenter.com.
You love spring in Indy, but you hate to paint, so do what Judy did. She called Rhino Shield.
The house that Rhino Shield did for my husband and I, after having the house painted with kind of usual house paint, I was seeing cracks appearing about every 3 years and just wasn't very satisfied with that.
Rhino Shield's a ceramic coating specifically formulated for our unique climate.
I can't speak highly enough about the Rhino Shield crew. They also were great at working with me to get the exact right color because I was very particular.
Indy, you too can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
I would not hesitate to call Rhino Shield, and I am just thrilled to recommend Rhino Shield to my friends and neighbors and family.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what forecasters say is behind the snow that's about to move out. What IMPD is saying about the latest homicide numbers released on Sunday, and the wife of a Hoosier political leader has died. After Fox News, from the Dugan Air Heating and Cooling Mitsubishi Electric Studios, 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It is 8 o'clock.
This is a Fox News alert. A fourth American has died in Operation Epic Fury. I'm Dave Anthony. Was one of the 5 who'd been badly wounded, succumbing to their injuries the day after President Trump offered condolences to the families of those killed and prayers to the injured.
And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is.
The president in that Truth Social video also said this, with the U.S. and Israel continuing to attack Iran.
The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives.
The supreme leader is among the 500-plus people killed in Iran.
We thank President Trump for having brought us to a point of thinking that now we have a real chance to take over our country.
That's exiled Iran Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi telling Fox he wants to return to Iran to lead a push for democracy. We expect an update any minute from War Secretary Pete Hegseth as Iran keeps targeting U.S. facilities in the region.
The U.S. military says Kuwaiti air defenses mistakenly shot down 3 American F-15E Strike Eagle aircraft. There's video appearing to show at least 1 jet plummeting to Earth. The 6 pilots ejected safely. They're in a stable condition in the hospital. We're told the incident happened during combat, including attacks from Iranian aircraft, ballistic missiles and drones.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. The U.S. embassies and consulates have also been targets in the region, and Fox's Lucas Tomlinson reports.
And just a few minutes ago, the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad is out with a new statement warning Americans to shelter in place and to be aware of the Iranian-backed militias that are scattered throughout Iraq, and are also warning against protests.
As Iran fires missiles into Israel again.
The southern Israeli city of Beersheba took a direct impact. First responders telling Fox News at least 10 people were injured and taken to local hospitals.
Fox's Trey Inkstele's 9 other Israelis have been killed in earlier attacks as Hezbollah fires rockets from Lebanon and Israel retaliates. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
It is a messy start to your Monday morning commute. Snow is starting to slow in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 27 degrees. Feels more like it's 20 degrees outside. We're going up to 43. A winter weather advisory is in effect for the next hour. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
We're starting to see some snow accumulate on roadways, especially northwest and north of Indianapolis, on the Crawfordsville, Lebanon, Zionsville areas. And so with that accumulation, there's going to be slick spots on roadways, especially on any elevated surfaces, so things like bridges, overpasses.
Forecaster Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service, Indianapolis, talking about the different precipitation types that fell across the state that started early this morning.
We're seeing some freezing rain along with sleet, so there might be a light glaze of ice on those areas. So it's really a mixed bag this morning, but all of that can still cause some slick roads. So if you're out in the morning rush hour, just make sure you take extra time and leave extra space between you and cars around you.
And he says we have about an hour left of this, and then the snow will give way to rain later tonight, with heavier rain falling during your Tuesday morning rush hour. Over 100 school districts are delayed this morning. You could see a full list right now at WIBC.com. And Matt Baer is monitoring the highways where plenty of accidents have happened, and he'll be along in a few minutes in the 93 WIBC Traffic Center. Early this morning, a woman was killed in a shooting on the near southwest side of the city.
If the public has any information regarding this incident, neighbors or citizens who have surveillance footage or have any knowledge about individuals involved are strongly encouraged to come forward.
IMPD says they were called to a neighborhood not far from North Belmont and West Washington Street, where they found a woman shot multiple times in her home. She was taken to the hospital, and that's where she died. As of Sunday, Indianapolis has seen 16 homicides, and 14 are still unsolved. IMPD says only 2 of these cases have led to arrests, and of the 16 killings, all but 1 involved a shooting. Some people in Indianapolis support the latest military strikes in Iran. Here's Jake McDaniel.
While people protested about it in downtown Indy on Saturday, veterans like Mark Oakley, who supports the strikes on Iran, faced off with the crowd. Freedom for the Iranian people. Freedom for everybody. But this is not it. When you're debating innocent people getting killed, you are debating the wrong. Oakley says he's lost friends to Iranian forces. These strikes happened after weeks of tensions, with Trump warning he'd attack Iran if nuclear negotiations fell through.
And the wife of Indiana Congressman Jim Baird has died. Renuka Bajpai has that story.
Denise Baird passed away due to complications from injuries she suffered in a car accident, according to a release from the congressman's office. She and the Congressman Baird were married for nearly 6 decades. The family says she was the foundation of their home and was a steadfast partner throughout his military, agriculture, and congressional career. Funeral arrangements have not been announced. Renuka Bajpai, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
College basketball. Ohio State upset number 8 Purdue 82-74, and in Bloomington, IU suffered its 4th loss in a row, falling to number 13 Michigan State 77-64. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
Yeah, Ryan, we are on the west side at a full closure of northbound 465 at Rockville Road because of a semi-fire. The semi-cab is engulfed, and we do have a fire truck out there. It is blocking the entire interstate right now with traffic stop past Washington Street to Sam Jones Expressway. Again, west side, northbound 465 closed after Rockville Road. Northbound 65 coming out of downtown, crash at 21st. Left lane block, traffic stop and go to the north split. South side crash, eastbound 465 at the White River. The right lane is blocked, no slowdown or delay, at least no more slowdown than what we're already having with some of the snow. Inbound 69 on the northeast side, crash going to 465, and northbound 69 at 96, crash blocking the right lane. East side northbound 465 stop and go from 70 up to East 56th Street, and crash clear south side northbound 65 after South Keystone Avenue. That's still construction. Please be safe. Traffic sponsored by WeatherBug. Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecast with WeatherBug. It's easy to use, so the weather never takes you by surprise. Download the free WeatherBug app today. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. The Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Dan Kane, holding a press conference. The latest on what's going on in Iran. The death count of U.S. service members now up to 4. I am starting this from the beginning of this press conference so we can hear it together in full. The latest on what has taken place, the attack that began by the United States and Israel against the Iranian regime Early Saturday morning, 1:27 a.m. is when this began. I take it now to the start of this press conference. The Secretary of War, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Dan Kane.
Against Iran.
Brad Cooper, the CENTCOM commander, across the CENTCOM AOR, our leadership and troops, as you would expect, doing a fantastic job. 2 days ago, under the direction and direct orders of President Donald J. Trump, the Department of War launched Operation Epic Fury, the most lethal, most complex, and most precise aerial operation in history. For 47 long years, the expansionist and Islamist regime in Tehran has waged a savage, one-sided war against America. They didn't always declare it openly, except for their constant chants of death to America. They did it through the blood of our people. Car bombs in Beirut, rocket attacks on our ships, murders at our embassies, roadside bombs in Iraq and Afghanistan, funded and armed by Iranian Quds Force and IRGC killers. My generation of veterans carry the names of brothers who never came home. Brothers butchered by Iranian-backed roadside bombs and well-armed militias, thousands of our own. We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it. Their war on Americans has become our retribution against their Ayatollah and his death cult. It took the 47th president, a fighter who always puts America first, to finally draw the line after 47 years of Iranian belligerence. He reminded the world, as he has time and time again, being an American means something unbreakable. If you kill Americans, if you threaten Americans anywhere on earth, we will hunt you down without apology and without hesitation, and we will kill you. President Trump has also been very consistent. Crazy regimes like Iran, hell-bent on prophetic Islamist delusions, cannot have nuclear weapons. It's common sense. Many have said it, but it takes guts to actually enforce it, and our president has guts. Iran's stubborn and self-evident nuclear pursuits, their targeting of global shipping lanes, and their swelling arsenal of ballistic missiles and killer drones are no longer tolerable risks. Iran was building powerful missiles and drones to create a conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Let me say that again. A conventional shield for their nuclear blackmail ambitions. Our bases, our people, our allies, all in their crosshairs. Iran had a conventional gun to our head as they tried to lie their way to a nuclear bomb. It almost worked under Obama and his terrible deal, but not under this president. Turns out the regime who chanted death to America and death to Israel was gifted death from America and death from Israel. This is not a so-called regime change war, but the regime sure did change, and the world is better off for it. Today, in their desperation, the enemy is unmasked as Iranian missiles and drones rain down indiscriminately on the hotels, airports, apartments, and other civilian targets of their neighbors. Cowardly terrorist tactics from a regime that for decades has trafficked in cowardly terrorist tactics, lies, death, and destruction to this day. The Iranian leadership has built nothing except proxies and missiles and drones and deeply buried nuclear factories and facilities. Peaceful nuclear ambitions do not need to be buried underneath mountains. Last June, Operation Midnight Hammer obliterated their nuclear program to rubble. Afterward, we told them plainly, that's it, now make a deal. They arrogantly refused. We said, rebuild it, and we'll stop you again, this time far worse. Well, President Trump, Secretary Rubio, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, they bent over backwards for real diplomacy, offering pathway after pathway to peace. I watched it. I was there. They tried over and over and over again earnest attempts at peace. The former regime had every chance to make a peaceful and sensible deal. But Tehran was not negotiating. They were stalling, buying time to reload their missile stockpiles and restart their nuclear ambitions. Their goal, hold us hostage, threatening to strike our forces. Well, President Trump doesn't play those games. And as Secretary Rubio said after the Maduro raid, if you don't know, now you know.
That's just some of the press conference. It continued on from there. I'll share more of it with you, but I will engage one disagreement with the secretary, and I would do this face-to-face if we ever get the chance again to talk. Absolutely, this was a regime change war, and saying otherwise does not connect. It is what it is. So say it. Of course it is. The way they're going to position it is, this is the opportunity for the Iranian people to change regimes. All right, I agree with that wholeheartedly. It is up to the Iranian people. But this wasn't about disabling. This was about dismantling, and we should say so clearly. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
The Voice of Health Minute with Dr. Robert Prather of Holistic Integration. And Dr. Prather, we're talking about how structure function care helps in this struggle with PTSD and addiction. Let's talk about auricular therapy.
If you stimulate different ear points, which is like an upside down fetus, and it actually corresponds very well to the areas of the brain, then you can actually see on MRI different portions of the brain being stimulated that have to do with different areas. So the ear is the keyboard to the brain, and you can utilize that to get the brain to work better and to actually rewire. And it's actually the most proven therapy in the world. Matter of fact, it has better evidence, scientific evidence, than pharmaceuticals do for its use. So it's not something that's really debatable on whether it works or not.
The Voice of Health with Dr. Robert Prather, Sundays at 8 p.m. or anytime at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
You know when you order a medium coffee and they hand you a large for the same price? Well, that's what the heroes at Zero Res are doing this month. Get a free size upgrade on every whole home air duct cleaning package. You pay for standard, you get the next size up. More vents, more returns, more fresh air. After winter in Indiana, your ducts need it and your home needs it the most. Call 317-388-5141, ZeroResIndy.com, and ask for the WIBC special.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Baer is in the WIBC Traffic Center dealing with the snow that has absolutely bothered the roadways and the commute in. What's the latest?
West side northbound 465 closed at Rockville Road because of a semi-fire. A cab was fully engulfed. It looks like the fire is out with smoke still radiating from that semi-cab. So traffic stopped to Sam Jones Expressway, and that's where I'm bailing out Sam Jones exit. And then I'm finding Lyndhurst and using that northbound to 10th to get back to 465. South side crash eastbound 465 at the White River. The right lane is blocked. Crash clear south side northbound 65 after Keystone. We're stopped before Keystone Avenue past Raymond Street. On the east side northbound 465 jammed in pockets from 7269 at a stall inbound 69 exiting to 465 that has a slow to 106th Street. Northeast side crash northbound 69 at 96 that blocks the right lane, causing stop and go traffic back to 82nd Street. Traffic sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal where you get more and pay less. Now that is a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find it exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalkWireless.com. I'm Matt Baer on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
We've got 27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Garage door problems? Call today for service today. Garage Doors of Indianapolis services all makes of garage doors 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call today for service today. 875-4577. Call today for service today. Get it fixed right now. Call Garage Doors of Indianapolis at 875-4577 or visit doorstoday.com.
In the morning, call 875-4577. For service today.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text RULE to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text RULE to 215-215. That's RULE to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Roll the windows down, turn the music up, and cruise into spring with auto loan rates as low as 3.99% APR for 48 months at Financial Center. Whether you're buying or refinancing, you'll save every month. Plus, you'll enjoy no payments for your first 90 days. Start now at fcfcu.com/auto. That's fcfcu.com/auto. Financial Center, your credit union for what's next. Subject to underwriting guidelines. See website for terms and conditions.
So closer to home, you've got the end of the legislative session for the General Assembly. You've got a lot going on in a series of fields, but of course, everything has been about whether or not the Bears are coming to town and what happens if they don't. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you. Gary Dick joins us from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. Let's start talking about this deal. We know that the General Assembly moved a little bit of heaven and earth to put forward something that makes sense, that doesn't overextend, but also provides value. Where are we with the next steps here, and how does the business community view what was offered to the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, I think, Tony, all eyes are on Illinois right now, the Bears and Illinois, to see what their next move is. Last week, as you mentioned, the state legislature did essentially a funding mechanism, establishing a group to facilitate a new stadium in Northwest Indiana. Governor Braun signed that almost immediately to move that forward. Meantime, in Illinois, lawmakers there have Indiana's gotten their attention, no doubt about it. They have passed what they're calling a mega projects bill, which includes a funding mechanism for a new stadium, likely in Arlington Heights, suburban Chicago. It did pass out of a House committee in Illinois. The vote was 13-7, and as I understand it, there are maybe some questions as to whether this measure has enough legs to make it out of the full House. So we'll see how that plays out. But that's the big deal now, is waiting to see what Illinois is going to come back with. I still think there's a feeling, Tony, that the Bears are going to get an offer from Illinois that they're going to take to stay there. However, there is some optimism here that maybe what Indiana has in terms of cost of doing business, those types of things, will bring them here. As far as the business community, those I've talked to, and in particular in Northwest Indiana, are really positive about this. And I know Mayor Tom McDermott in Hammond, a Democrat, has said, he has been, his faith in humanity has been restored, is what he told me, in terms of the ability for his city, his administration to work with state government. He said was seamlessly. They feel pretty good about it. So we'll see how it plays out.
So we've got two things that we're looking at here, and I can appreciate that. The first one of those things is the idea of what does Illinois do and whether or not this changes whether the Bears come to Hammond. But really, this is a question about what happens in Indiana. You've put yourself out on the limb, and I'm very okay with that. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Is there a feeling that if the Bears come, is there an embarrassment conversation? Is there we kind of showed our hand and people think, well, if they come here, they can get even more or extract more from us? Does it hurt the state? Or is there hey, these people showed they can move quick, move on a dime, be smart, and we should consider these areas like Northwest Indiana for development of something else?
Yeah, I think it's the latter, Tony, and I think you really hit on it there. There's a feeling in Northwest Indiana. Obviously, they want this project. They want this stadium project to locate it in Northwest Indiana. In particular, all things point to Hammond. If it doesn't come, however, I've talked to folks in Northwest Indiana and economic development said that they're getting calls and attention that they've never gotten before because of the attention they're getting from this proposal to lure the bears there and to shine some attention on Northwest Indiana, which hasn't received that attention for a long time. As to what's going on there. You and I have talked a lot about the extension, the improvements of the South Shore Rail Line and cutting 30 minutes off the commute from Northwest Indiana to downtown Chicago. Communities like Whiting and Valparaiso, any number of communities investing a lot of money in their downtowns to make their quality of life better. Population actually increasing in Northwest Indiana for the first time in years, in part because people are moving from Illinois to Northwest Indiana because of those improvements. So I think it is the fact that Indiana, Northwest Indiana in particular, a lot of talk about Central Indiana getting all of the attention and Indianapolis getting all of the attention. We hear that a lot from around the state. Here, Northwest Indiana is getting the attention. I think folks there want to take advantage of it.
Talking to Gary Dick inside IndianaBusiness.com. On the Twitter X at IIB. That's Northwest Indiana. Northeast Indiana gets the possibility of a casino. As long as I have lived here, there's been conversations about casinos. Why? Yep. Why constantly is this the conversation? Is this the idea that somehow a casino is a panacea? It's going to make everything better, or is it actually placebo and somehow they think that a casino could make everything better even though it won't?
That's a loaded question, Tony.
I try my best, sir.
No, but I think it's valid when you think about casinos and how that market gambling, casinos, the lottery, it is a very crowded field in Indiana and in neighboring states, very competitive and a lot of questions. Do these casinos really bring the promised positive impact? I think if you go to Terre Haute right now, which opened a casino, I guess it was a year ago or so, they would say, or many people there would say yes. They think it's had a real positive impact. Certainly the construction phase and construction jobs and the trades and those types of things benefit in a big way with that. But they think at least early on that it's been very positive. We'll see. There are those in Northeast Indiana who don't think that's the case. There are pros and cons certainly there. This would be a $500 million investment, $500 million casino for Northeast Indiana if, in fact, it would come to pass, and there needs to be a referendum in the local county, likely Allen County there, for that to happen. But it's an ongoing question, and there are a lot of folks in Northeast Indiana who think this would be another arrow in the quiver, as they say, in terms of the economy, which has been doing pretty well in Northeast Indiana, especially Fort Wayne, if in fact they would get a casino.
Yeah, I know the conversation has come up repeatedly about Indianapolis, and
right.
I don't see it. I don't think that it actually provides us value. I don't think it's the end of the world, but casinos come with their own levels of issues. I've never seen why we would need it here. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case in Northeast Indiana, as they're looking for these anchor opportunities to grow and to build. This is on the governor's desk. Is there any discussion of whether or not he's going to sign it?
Yeah, I think he will. I think he has hinted. I know in a conversation I had with him, and I've seen his comments elsewhere, he seems to be supportive of a casino in Northeast Indiana, so I think that will happen. All indications point that way. But to go from him signing the legislation to in fact, a casino locating in Northeast Indiana still faces some big hurdles, including, as we talked about, that referendum that would have to pass.
Gary Dick inside IndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. I appreciate you being with us. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matt?
West side looking at northbound 465, full closure at Rockville Road because of a semi-fire. Looks like the fire is out. But the cleanup needs to begin, and it has. So northbound 465 shut down at Rockville Road. Traffic stop to Sam Jones, and that's where I'm going to peel off and then use Lyndhurst Drive to 10th and back to 465. That's at Matt in traffic, by the way. Check it out, inbound 69 northeast side stall on the exit to 465, banked up to 106. Crash northbound 69 at 96, blocking the right lane. Inbound 65, stop and go MLK 220, first crash clear, leaving downtown northbound 65 at 21st, and northbound 65 stops from South Keystone Avenue into the Southwood. That is a construction zone. We also had a crash there, and it cleared about 20 minutes ago. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's producer Allison with the Hammer and Nigel Show. We have the top stories from over the weekend, plus Guy Relford is joining us for Monday Gun Day. Fun starts at 3 o'clock here on 93 WIBC.
Groceries, gas, just about everything you can buy comes with a tax on it. No matter what, the government's always there to take their cut of your cash. Your money belongs to you. That's why Congressman Jim Baird joined with President Donald Trump to pass historic legislation to ensure you keep more of your hard-earned cash. According to the White House, Congressman Baird's vote means Americans will receive a tax cut, saving over $10,000 every year. They'll get no taxes on tips for workers, and families will receive permanent increases to child tax credits and expanded child care access. That means bigger paychecks, a stronger economy, and more prosperity across our nation. To learn more about how President Trump and Congressman Jim Baird are saving American families money and putting money in your wallet, call Congressman Baird's office at 317-563-5567 or visit baird.house.gov.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Tune in Saturdays 9 to 1 for the Home and Garden Show for advice and fun, brought to you by Michaelis. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Chase away those winter blues with a new car from Tom Roush Lincoln. Hurry in for the 8, 9, 10 deal from Tom Roush. Get $8,000 off new Nautilus or $9,000 off new Corsair. Or how about $10,000 off Lincoln Aviator? Come get a great deal on all three from Tom Roush, where our family served yours since 1972.
Corsair stock number L25566, MSRP 55340. Nautilus stock number L26030, MSRP 62705. Aviator stock number L25384, MSRP 79450. See dealer for complete offer details.
Do you know what a high school athletic administrator does every day? A lot.
Athletic administrators hire coaches, schedule referees, and organize games. They maintain facilities, purchase equipment, and arrange transportation.
They prepare budgets, secure sponsorships, and oversee school safety. They coordinate volunteers, communicate with parents, and handle public relations, and so much more.
Not only are they educators, but athletic administrators are mentors and marketers, accountants and HR managers, fundraisers, and problem solvers.
They wear so many hats. They have to work long hours to do it all. And we couldn't play high school sports without them.
To every athletic administrator in Indiana, thank you for everything you do to make education-based athletics possible.
We see you, we salute you, and we are thankful for you.
I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Show your appreciation for athletic administrators by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is recognizing their role. This is applauding their work. This is your IHSAA.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The war secretary says Iran's leaders got what they deserved. Snow starting to taper off in downtown Indianapolis, where it's 26 degrees. We're going up to 43, and a winter weather advisory is in effect for the next 29 minutes. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
Iran had a conventional gun to our head as they tried to lie their way to a nuclear bomb. It almost worked under Obama and his terrible deal, but not under this president.
Pete Hegseth, Secretary of War, speaking at a press conference, which you heard parts of right here on 93 WIBC just a couple of minutes ago.
Turns out the regime who chanted death to America and death to Israel was gifted death from America.
Hegseth also said a fourth American service member who was seriously injured in an Iranian attack over the weekend has died.
The former regime had every chance to make a peaceful and sensible deal. But Tehran was not negotiating. They were stalling, buying time to reload their missile stockpiles and restart their nuclear ambitions.
The identities of all fallen service members will be released after next of kin have been notified. The U.S. and Israeli joining forces over the weekend, launching airstrikes across Iran Saturday. Jarrett Lewis has some of the responses from Indiana political leaders.
For Representative Andre Carson, the attack by Israel and the U.S. on Iran is an illegal, reckless, and open-ended war started by President Trump that puts our troops and civilians in danger. Congressman Rudy Yoakum, though, sees Operation Epic Fury as a bold and decisive step by the president to create real peace in the region. Fellow Republican Congressman Jim Baird said the U.S. has sought diplomatic solutions with Iran for years, but they refused to listen, and now they're facing the consequences. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Snow is starting to move out of the area this morning, and forecaster Aaron Updike at the National Weather Service says more precipitation is expected later tonight.
We get a little bit of surge of warm air starting tomorrow, but with that is going to come some rain. So we're looking at a pretty continuous rainy pattern Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
And he says by Friday, we could see temperatures around 70 degrees. More than 100 school districts across the area are delayed this morning. You could see a full list at WIBC.com. Jesse Jackson's body is back in his home state of South Carolina.
Flags fly at half staff in South Carolina until sundown. People are invited to pay their respects at the state capitol in Columbia before a public memorial service at a Baptist church. Jesse Jackson grew up 100 miles away in Greenville, class president and star quarterback at a segregated high school. He came home from college in 1960 for a protest that led to the desegregation of city libraries. Jackson died February 17th. The South Carolina services are part of 2 weeks of events. He'll be back in Chicago for a celebration of life at a megachurch and a funeral service at the headquarters of his Rainbow Push nonprofit organization.
That's Fox's Chris Foster reporting. And Scream 7 dominated the weekend box office, bringing in about $64 million. It's made about $97 million worldwide. Sports on WIBC at 8:34. Fans rushed onto the court Sunday after Ohio State beat number 8 Purdue 82-74. Head coach Matt Painter said his team has to be better.
I wish it was one guy I can fix. I wish it was two guys. So it's not. It's collectively as a team. It's guys that have played in 125 games, and it's a couple others that's played in 28 games. That's what we have to have. You can't beat yourself.
Trey Kaufman-Renn scored 19. Braden Smith led the way with 20. Purdue plays Northwestern Wednesday. Indiana shot at the NCAA tournament, took another hit Sunday, falling 77-64 to number 13 Michigan State in Bloomington. It's their fourth straight loss.
There's a short amount of time here with the regular season and the Big Ten tournament to go on a run. That has to be our mindset, has to be our focus. Just leave it all out there. Finish the job. We got one more home game left.
Indiana finishes its home schedule with senior night Wednesday against Minnesota. The Indiana Pacers have lost 6 straight games, falling Sunday 105-106 to the Memphis Grizzlies. And Alex Palou won the IndyCar race Sunday at the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. At 8:35, traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
It's closed on the west side, northbound 465 after Rockville Road. A semi-fire. The fire is out. And I see smoke coming out of the cab there where the fire was at. And now the interstate has reopened. Just the right lane is blocked, but man, traffic is jammed up back to Sam Jones Expressway. I am still going to exit there and begin my reroute. Crash westbound 70 Holt Road. 2 left lanes are blocked on the northeast side. Inbound 69 crash at 106. Right lane blocked. Stop and go traffic back to 106th Street. And we're jammed down to 465. That's because of a stall. Inbound 69. Exiting to 465. Looking at the east side, northbound 465 delayed 15 minutes, 70 up to east 56. It's a stall on the northeast side, westbound 465 at the White River, blocking the right lane. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank. On sale now. Plus get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or DrexelIN.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 27 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 8:36.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $160 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyears and save up to $160 more. See store for details.
Upgrade your flooring with Drexel Interiors. Shop pet-friendly carpet and luxury vinyl plank on sale now. Plus, get 12 months interest-free financing. Visit their Indianapolis or Carmel showrooms or drexelin.com.
Pella of Indianapolis provides window and door replacement with products you can trust. For a limited time, call 833-87-PELLA or visit PellaIndy.com/radio and get 24% off Pella products. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
It's time to fill up on the news, presented by Simple Quarters. Need to sell your home without the hassle? Sell your home to people you can trust. Call Simple Quarters, 317-900-HOME, 317-900-HOME. Right now, Dow futures are down 489, NASDAQ futures are down 298. This all has to do with oil prices. At the moment, we have got West Texas crude up to $72.41 a barrel. Brent crude at $79.33. This, of course, because of the hit on Iran by the United States and Israel. You now have other countries that are in support. And remember, the Iranians responded by attacking Bahrain and the UAE and a host of other Muslim nations. It's insane. It's insane that they would do so. And if you ask yourself why, the answer is the Abraham Accords. And I'm going to walk everybody through this. Nobody's discussing it. We did this Saturday at Trump 1 year and 1 month later, which I would have talked more about. But, you know, being in a war action against the Iranian regime takes precedent. This did not happen overnight. There is a direct line between the Abraham Accords, October 7th, 2023, and the Board of Peace that leads us to this moment. I will break it down for you the best I can on Tony Katz today at noon. Happy to do it. 10-year Treasury is up a little bit to 4.019. It was in the threes. Gold, of course, spiking. 5,400 was the high today. Right now, the bid is 53.97. Silver hit over 100 today. Right now at $93.84. Bitcoin remains basically stagnant at 65,867. Just so you know where I am at, I absolutely support the action. Don't actually care what social media trolls scream and yell and complain, blah, 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 blah. People who do not support the removal of the murderous, terrorist-supporting Ayatollah are people okay with Americans getting killed. They never did anything to us. They've been doing things to us for 40-plus years, starting with the taking of hostages, continuing through the attack on Marines in Beirut, through the present day. It's enough. It's over. End of list. I apologize for nothing. These people aren't pacifists. They're not avoiding war. They're okay with dead Americans. They're okay with supporting terrorists. And it's up to us to say we don't want any part of that. And elections do matter, and this is going to matter. And you have got Iranians, Persians, and others singing and dancing in the streets, thrilled that this has happened. And you've got American liberal white women upset. Liberal white women, don't you know that you're just ridiculous? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And for everybody else, stop sending your kids to these colleges and universities where they get indoctrinated with this garbage of hating America and supporting a terrorist organization. You paid to have your kids broken. Stop doing it. And to all you kids now getting ready to go to school because school got delayed because of the snow, which is kind of awesome. All communists are liars, guys. Every single one of them, including your teachers. If they're socialists, they lie. If they're communists, they lie. It's what they do. And they don't believe in safety and security. They believe in our demise and our destruction. And I don't think we should be destroyed. America is good and is a force for good. Perfect? Nobody's perfect. Better than the majority? Better than the rest? Absolutely. Allowing terrorists to exist is a dumb idea. Let's not do it. Americans being under threat, let's not have it. Oh, America was never under threat. This is Israel leading us to war. Israel's been fighting a war, and Israel's an ally. But we have to do what's in the best interest of the United States first. And what's in the best interest of the U.S. is the Ayatollah being gone and the people of Persia, Iran, being able to live their lives in peace. And we're not the only ones who think so. Sure, the Israelis think so. But now all these other nations in the Middle East that are parts of the Board of Peace and want to rebuild Gaza, they think so too. The real anger you're seeing from the communist class, from the anti-American class, is that they're losing their biggest donors and supporters. The world is changing and they don't like it. They're afraid. I don't think we should side with those people. I think you have to show those people, explain to those people what they are. They're bad people with bad ideas and want America to be worse off. We shouldn't be worse off. Oh, we can still talk about issues in the United States, and we should. And we might disagree about things, and that's fine. But the world is better off without terrorists. The world knows this, and we're all better off without the Ayatollah, without this regime, and I only hope they are destroyed. Quickly, speedily, and in my lifetime. And your life will be better off for it. These lefties who support terrorists, they always support things damaging your future. You shouldn't support them. They want chaos. They want anger. They're okay with violence on the streets. They're okay with the damage done every single day in cities across the United States. Don't support them. They're bad people. Dismiss them. Vote November 3rd if you're eligible. And vote for people who want you to be safe. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning.
The tournament looms. The bracket picture tightens. And every game carries more weight. He had it! The Big Ten doesn't give second chances.
We're playing great basketball. We want to keep it rolling.
And March doesn't forgive mistakes.
Indiana has pulled it off!
If you want better seating, if you want momentum, you earn it now. IU meets Minnesota Wednesday at 6:30 on the home of the Hoosiers, 93 WIBC.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, he is in the WIBC Traffic Center. What's the latest?
Yeah, Tony, west side, the interstate reopened, northbound 465 after Rockville Road. The right lane is still blocked, and we're still slow back to Rockville Road and stopped on northbound before Sam Jones past Washington Street. It is a crash going westbound 70. A whole road left lane is blocked on the northeast side. Northbound 69 crash at 96th Street blocking the right lane, and inbound 69 stall still sitting on the exit to 465 has us backed up to 106th Street. Traffic sponsored by Drexel Interiors. Meet Drexel Interiors new cabinet line Drexel Select. Premium cabinets with multiple colors and free in-store design. Get yours in just 5 days. Visit DrexelIN.com to upgrade your home today. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
28 degrees in the American Standard Heating Weather Center. The time right now is 8:46.
You love spring and indies, so don't spend it painting. Do what your neighbor Mike did. He called Rhino Shield.
Our home is basically a contemporary, and we just started noticing that the paint was just fading and just looked like garbage. We had received a postcard from Rhino Shield, and we decided to take a look at it.
Rhino Shield's formulated for our specific climate here in Indiana.
The process with Rhino Shield and their crew, they were just very conscientious. We had problems in the past with painters. They leave debris and everything. Well, we didn't have that with Rhino Shield.
Way better than paint, backed by a 25-year warranty. Right now, get the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off the regular price.
The thing about Rhino Shield, the heat gain has been reduced reduced, and we save $70 a month. You don't hear that about any type of paint.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Jackson Hewitt handles your taxes and your stress. Inhale on no surprise price of $149 or less. Exhale, paying more for complicated taxes. You won't. Inhale, new tax law knowledge. Exhale, missing out on your biggest refund? Certainly not. Don't miss paying $149 or less. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Got friends or family who are hearing impaired? We've got you covered. Watch our shows aired live with closed captioning provided by Relay Indiana, making every moment accessible for all. Go to youtube.com/@WIBC to watch live and don't miss a moment.
It's Redemption Monday!
But I do know it. Oh, I know it. How did I get this wrong last time? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning, good to be with you. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here's how we play our game. Producer Carl has selected a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. This is Redemption Monday, which means I got this wrong.
You did.
And now I have a chance to redeem myself. I got the ending of WKRP wrong.
We didn't even go to your lifeline.
No, I didn't go to a line. I didn't know. I wasn't going to embarrass myself. How did I get this wrong?
You were thrown by the fact that I used the end because I can't play the beginning, obviously.
Right. We should play it right now. You should play the beginning right now because it's a great theme song. It is terrific. I'm shocked because I don't remember getting that wrong. I don't know how it's possible. I mean, that's just one of those you have in your head from a certain generation. And then, of course, the original theme song, Baby, If You Ever Wondered. Such a world-class
If you've ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. Got kind of tired of packing and unpacking, town to town, up and down the dial. Maybe you and me were never meant to be, just maybe think of me once in a while.
It's so good. So good. Like, that's a classic.
You've been redeemed.
Thank you. I was looking forward to being redeemed. On Tony Katz today at noon, of course, we'll have the updates of what's going on in Iran, the updates on the American progressive who is upset with terrorists losing, the cheering from the Iranian people, and the real divide in America. These leftists, they not like us. Now, those screaming that we need to put a check on the War Powers Act, members of Congress can do this. They absolutely can make a change. But be clear, President Trump has violated no law at all. He is acting well within his authority. The War Powers Act gives him this opportunity. He has to report to Congress what has happened within 48 hours. He is doing that, and he has 60 days to engage this operation before a declaration of war is needed. I do not mind if he goes for the declaration of war. I do not mind Congress saying we want a declaration of war. I mind members of Congress being absolutely pathetic enough to think that the Iranian regime can remain and somehow we're safe. Can we all just grow up here? The Iranian regime pose no threat to the United States. It's just such an absolutely stupid argument made up by weak people and Andre Carson. You're weak, sir. Plain and simple. You don't have it. You're not strong enough. You're not tough enough. You're not man enough. You're not woman enough. You are not American enough to recognize the situation. You are a liberal. And your liberalism clouds your brain. It clouds your judgment. You, sir, and the women of West Berkeley. It's like West Clay, but it's like Berkeley, so it's West Berkeley. It's funny. They don't have it, and they cannot be trusted, and they cannot be in positions of power. You cannot vote for these people. End of list. We're not going to agree to disagree. They don't have an argument. They want to see continual degradation of the United States, continued attacks, continue being hurt. They want the Middle East to continue to be unstable. And what the world is saying is no. This is the Abraham Accords in full effect. This is what changes everything, a rethink. And it goes through October 7th to the Board of Peace, which you should not think of as a Board of Peace. You should think of as an assemblage of the 5 families. We're all going to invest in this project in Gaza. We want to make sure our project is protected. Those Iranians keep trying to destroy our project by supporting terrorism. They got to go. We don't understand this? It must be hard for some people who are desperate for Israel to be their constant enemy that Muslim nations understand that Israel is better for them than the Iranian regime. They don't like Israel. They don't like Jews. I don't give 2 holy damns. But they sure as hell know that it's better for them to be there than the Iranians to be there because they're not the problem. Because they're not the problem. Full breakdown is coming on Tony Katz today at noon. I look forward to it.